Breaker, breaking news, breaker. Yep, yep. Minnie, yep, I'm up live. You need to talk? Come on up. Come on up and talk. All right, so this is what my wife got me for Christmas. It's the serpent. My son says probably a viper pendant. Yes. So Minnie has something to talk about. Minnie's got something to talk about. Hi, Minnie.
Hello,
How you
cleaning my
doing?
apartment. Oh, I got my a new rug and some new shit for my stage, and I cleaned my
Good,
floor and my rugs real good.
good.
Yeah, I'm gonna be mailing your letter soon. I'll show the back part. I can't. I
Thank
don't
you,
want to
thank you.
accidentally dox. On Monday, I plan on going to the post office. Let me see
Yes,
here.
Doctor Space Monkey.
Wait, I think
Honestly,
Monday.
I
Monday's a
quit because
holiday.
I was checking my dryer and I think I have a
That's
problem. I
fine.
think the dryer died,
That's
but we'll
okay.
deal with that tomorrow.
Oh no, the 13th. Let me see. What is the date today? 11. Okay,
But
the
yeah, I
full
came
moon.
back for you, Minnie, because I know you got something to say. Thank you. So that whole thing
Mm,
is done. That package is sealed.
it sure is. I
Awesome.
I got some pentagrams today, and why don't I put in a
Awesome.
nicer shirt too? If I'm gonna be on camera,
Right
I
on. No
think it's
problem. No problem.
I need to look
Hey,
good.
hey,
So,
I had already abandoned, but you said you got something to say,
well, yeah.
and I always got time for you. Thank you, Bud Files. Thank you, Space Monkey. Shout out to Minnie. Space Monkey said, "Thank you,
Okay.
Space Monkey." Yeah, I'll show you. Minnie's got that packaged up, but yeah, I got some original art coming, so I'll show you guys. Obviously, I'll put it up here on the short and tag up Minnie. So check it out, Space Monkey. It's awesome.
Put on this nice shirt for you.
You look good.
But hey, thanks, Doctor Space Monkey. Hello, Bud Files. Maybe I should put pants on too.
Well, I don't know. You don't have to go below the waist.
I might accidentally show stuff
Right on, right on.
because I'm
Discretion.
a retard. No, to prevent mistakes, I don't want to peanut butter your channel.
Thank you. Thank you.
I mean, you only have like 4 people in there. God knows I wouldn't want to fuck that up.
Please don't lose my four people, man. They're my newest four.
You silly ass fuck. I gotta show you my new rug. The
Hey, I
fuck
only have
serious up.
four people that watch live, 15 that watch after, and then nobody next week.
Okay. You see,
Ooh,
yeah,
Lucifer Sigil. Yes.
look at that shit.
Yo,
It's a huge
what's up,
rug
Dr. King?
to replace the kiss rug because that got fucked up. So we're gonna put this. Well, actually, I gotta iron it first. So let's put it
Where did
here.
you get that? Did you make that? It's got the sigil of Lucifer in the middle. What's
I
up,
wish I
Ganja
made
King?
that.
Ganja King wants to know if this is peanut butter. I don't know.
Yes, this is Pornhub. Oh, I gotta stretch my back.
Uh-oh. Nice tattoo, Minnie.
I'm doing the reverse of getting naked.
Do you know that I actually have two derivations of 666 tattoos on myself? I have two.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, I know because I'm not all showing my flesh, you know? I'm not flesh peddling, but you're not either, right? That's not
No,
what you wanted to talk about, is it?
no.
What's on
I
your
wanted,
mind?
I wanted to talk about Grady and what he and his wife did to me last night, and why I don't
Okay.
no longer. I can't talk or communicate with him. I'm afraid of him. Actually, he said some real disturbing things. I don't care if he was drunk. What he
He
said.
scared you?
Yeah,
He scared you?
yeah, and I hope he sees this too. He scared the living shit out of me. Told me that unless I go back to living as a woman. He says, I can't accept you as a man. You're not a man because he's attracted to me. He says, if I don't go back to being a woman, he's
Well,
either
wait, wait,
going to
wait,
come
wait,
here,
wait.
he's
Yeah.
either going to come here and bust me up, or he's going to send someone to bust me up, and he's going to create a smear campaign to call me a pedophile.
Okay,
That's
okay.
bottom line.
So wait,
He
wait. I have
said,
to ask about his wife's involvement right now because
yeah, he think I didn't
if
know
if,
who his
if
wife
you if
was.
you
No
think
other
it's
woman would
because
talk to him.
if you think it's because he's attracted to you, why would his wife be on board with that? That's what I have to ask.
Satanists are weird like that. She was
So
saying
they
what a
want more
wonderful
than one
person
partner
he
or
is, and
something.
he's sweet, and I know him. And no fucking woman would fucking talk about him like that unless it was someone. She was drunk and she kept bobbing her head at the camera like this. And she was saying how everything was it started out great. Great. He says, "Hey, come talk to us. It's not going to be live. Hang out with friends." And he's done this before. And then he'll turn the tables and he'll tape it and put it on his channel because he's so desperate for subs. But guess what? No matter what he does, I get more power and more fame.
I
So
don't think he's been posting videos in forever. I really don't.
that's because he's working for a human trafficker. But we don't want to veer off the subject here.
Yeah,
Um,
we know that subject. Yeah, yeah, we know that.
I'm
Yeah.
talking to this lady and everything's going great. She's like, "Oh,
But
you're
but
so
but
sweet.
many. Can
You're
I
so
for point of
interesting." Stop. And let me tell you this. She's like,
okay?
"You're so interesting. You're so sweet." And then all of a sudden, she's like telling me I disappointed her, that I hurt her feelings. She says, "You're hurting my feelings. You're disrespecting me." I'm like, "What do you mean?" She wouldn't tell me. So finally, I just got mad. I said, "You know what? Fuck you. I don't care. You fucking bitch." We're
It
talking
sounds like
about
she is the.
Grady George,
I
aka.
know who you're talking about. But
I
maybe
can say
maybe
his
she had
real name
like
if I wanted.
maybe she had that alcohol so
This,
quick that she got all flushed, right? Because one
yeah,
thing I was gonna say is, if he's interested in you, why would his wife be on board? Do you see what I'm saying? Like if it's
because
that,
he's a Satanist. People they're like that.
if
He
she
kept
was in
saying
on it
he said I
already.
was into him. 4 years ago I told him he was attractive because when I first met him, he was real sweet and nice. But
Yo, what's up, Gut Rod?
he's not a good person, and I'm not attracted. He's 6'3". That's too tall for me. I'm only 5'4". I like guys that are like around my height, up to 5'8".
Yeah, Grady. We're
I
talking
don't like
about
someone that's
Doctor
too
Space
big.
Monkey. Doctor Space Monkey. He's talking about Grady George. Grady was in here like 3 days ago in the chat for sure, just saying
You know that
hello.
retarded, the retarded guy with the glasses and the mustache and the beard, and he wears these hats and shit, trying to act like he's 28 years old when he's really 52 years old.
I'm telling you, he didn't. Oh, this was the point of order I was trying to get at. Actually, he had to stop streaming because YouTube said he was a re-streamer, so they put him in
Yes,
timeout. Not
he
because of
copies people's
him.
shit. If he copies my shit, I'll strike his channel. I told him not to put my shit up, and no,
Hey, what's up, Gut Rod? How you doing? How you doing? I
because
know
the
you're
last
already
time
live, bro.
he put the nail in the coffin concerning me working with him, because he went public and trashed me and said Minnie Manson is dead to me. He still got that on his
I
channel. I asked him
remember
to
him.
delete
I
that.
remember that. I saw that, Minnie. I saw
And
that.
now he's
So
afraid.
he
Yeah, he's
announced. He
afraid
said
to put
Minnie
new stuff.
Manson.
He's afraid to
He
put new
announced that
stuff on his
Minnie
channel
Manson
because
is
of that.
dead to me. But I'm saying I
Mhm.
want to say something in his defense. A couple days later, he started saying that Minnie, when I have time, I'll work with you again, do dungeons again. Just only 2 days later. So I think he was just inflamed when he said he's dead to me. There's the
Well,
stars.
he shouldn't have done it publicly. That was
You're
unprofessional.
right. You're right. You're right. He shouldn't flame out publicly. You're right.
I'm a public figure. You can't do that. Oh, here, you want? Can you see what I'm doing over here? Here, I'm putting
Building it all
pentagrams
up.
up on the.
You got pants
Okay.
on, right? Before you walk away.
I'm putting some pentagrams. I'm not going anywhere.
No, no, no. I said before you go walk away, you got pants on. Something. You're good.
Yes,
You're good. Yeah, you're good. You're good. You look beautiful.
because I know my memory. That's why I put pants on. I'm like, I'm gonna put some pants on. Let's see here. I can put one here. These are actually pentagrams.
Well, I mean, they're 5 pointed.
The
That's penta.
pentagram. Are stars in the sky shaped like this? Hell no.
No, no, no. They're 5 pointed. That is penta. Penta point.
When people
Pentacle.
are like, "What's a pentacle?" I'm like, "Suck my dick, loser. Who cares what it's called?
Yeah, they don't like to hear. I mean, you don't like to hear pentacle. I
Suck
understand
my
that.
balls,
It
I
rubs you the
call."
wrong way.
And then I'll call them the N
It's like
word.
when people say, "What are you smoking, cannabis?"
I'm not smoking nothing.
I'm smoking weed, motherfucker. I'm not
I
smoking
wish I had
cannabis.
something to smoke, but I don't.
I'm just kidding. No, no. We'll get
I
you
can't
hooked up.
afford that shit. I'm too busy wasting money on like clothing and Ubers, so I don't have money to buy marijuana.
I know, and I don't
So
even
if
know
your
what your
fans want to
laws. I don't know
donate
what
to
I don't
me,
know what your laws are like.
if you want to donate to me and you tell me specifically to go buy those little marijuana things at the dispensary there, I'll use
Yeah,
the money and I'll prove it that I
yo,
bought that.
I'm all about that. Except I don't know what kind of dispensaries and what kind of laws you have. So I don't want you to get little THCA pre rolls. I want you to get some good Kush.
I like the ones that you smoke that like a marijuana joint. Those are awesome.
They're awesome because they're already made, but I don't know
Yeah,
how your state runs. How does your state run? Do you have everything? Because we get ours from a
yeah.
farmer that's our
I went to
friend.
Illinois. Illinois has like the best laws for that. We're allowed to do that
Legal.
shit.
Yeah. I love when you talk with your Chicago accent. I love that, Minnie. You know what I mean?
I didn't know that. Cool. Fuck.
I wish we could be the new perfect strangers in Chicago.
Yeah. Bah. Excuse me.
So that's that magnet filled refrigerator, right?
Yeah, I cleaned it up and redid it, so all that paper shit is off of there.
What's the percentage of a different artists? You got Kiss, you got yourself, you got Marilyn Manson. What else you got on there?
Um, Kiss, Marilyn Manson, me.
Hi, my digital journal. How you doing? So yeah, so it's like 1/3 each, right?
So I was watching this movie. It's a new
Right.
Planet of the Apes movie, and it's called Better Man. That's the best Planet of the Apes movies I've ever seen.
Oh, that's so hard to say that. I've saw two good movies before. Are you sure?
Yeah, that's the
Like
best
Charlton
one.
Heston.
It doesn't have Harambe in it though.
Yeah, Harambe got like 10,000 votes for president, man. You should run for president. We'll see if we can get you 2,000.
I would have, but it cost $200,000 to submit the application.
Let me ask you about that. So you were on the Ripley's Believe It or Not TV show, right?
Yes, and in the
But
comic strip.
in order to get a Believe It or Not record, you actually have to pay quite a bit, like over
No,
$20,000, right?
you don't have to pay to be on Ripley's.
No, not to be on. That was a TV show they did, in concert with whatever X Network or that was like that was paid cable back then, right? But
I don't know, but
these days, and just to get in the book, I think you have to pay to get your record solidified. The same way that you have to pay to get like a Hollywood,
I didn't know that.
star.
Well, when
I
I was
believe
talking
so.
to the guy, the director of the exhibits,
Yeah,
that was in 2003. I tried to get into the actual books, those hardcover books they make. He's like, "Aren't you
yeah.
satisfied? You've been in the comic strip, you were on TV." I'm like, "What's wrong with you?" No, I'm not satisfied. I want to be
Well,
in the
yeah. I
book
mean, that's an
too.
accomplishment. You should be satisfied and happy about
I
both
don't
of
want
those.
my picture in the book. I wanted my cat Ripley to be in there because she has a question mark in her fur. So, yeah,
I,
go next
I've always
time.
loved Minnie. I've always been a huge fan of Robert Ripley in a way that you don't
Oh
know.
yeah, yeah,
Because
I
the
do because
way
I was in
because
love
of
with that
course
guy. I love
you're an
Robert
you're an
Ripley.
illustration artist, right? And you're a
Yeah, he's an artist.
fantastic
I know
illustration
everything
artist.
about Robert Ripley. He
Thank
was
you.
half
There we
Portuguese,
go. Thank
and
you.
he drew his cartoons upside down. He started drawing sports comic strips. I know
Yes, sir.
everything about him. And he'd
Yeah, he
wear his
did
Kith
baseball.
helmet and his
And you were on
khakis.
that path too, weren't you? When you were
Yes,
studying, you were on that path. You could be in the newspaper doing sports comics.
I wouldn't know anything about that, but Robert Ripley is one of my favorite people.
Me too. Me too. But I also like the fact that he had the hoax in place. Like, the things that he said he saw, nobody knows. You know what I mean? So he had the hoax in place as well. Thank you for all your attendance. Please click like, everybody. Sub
Oh
up to
yeah.
Minnie. Minnie
So
Manson Star.
anyway, like I said, what Grady did, I didn't tell you this yet. That he says, "You told me you were a woman 4 years ago." I said, "I was born a woman, but I was actually born intersex." And I said, "Why does it even matter what the fuck I was born as? I'm telling you that my IDs by issued by the government, the United States government, the city and state government says that I'm allowed to be addressed as a male. My name is Andrew Paul Roach, and this is what I choose.
You've already
And it
legally
doesn't
taken care
matter
of that.
what I said in the past. I say a lot of things, just to keep people on their toes. I don't always tell the truth about everything, so I tell him things that aren't true, and he's like, "Well, just because I told him 4 years ago some shit, he says that's what I am for the rest of my life, and I can't change my mind." When I
No,
first
many.
started transitioning, I had many doubts because people kept saying, "You're a phony. God hates you. You're an abomination." And I got sick of hearing that
But they
shit.
do that.
No, I
That's
am
a
a man.
trolling,
I identify as a man, and him
dude.
and his wife would not respect that. That's like them saying it's okay to
Okay,
that someone can come up the street and kill me because they think I'm a freak for not being normal. He was
listen,
basically
many,
signing my
many.
death warrant.
Many for sure.
Yeah.
Like you know it online. Everybody picks at all the gender identities and everything online, right?
Doesn't
So
matter.
like,
I'm an entertainer. That what matters is how I treat people
but
and
you
that I don't
understand, like
violate
they
people's
do
civil
that
rights.
like as a matter of like that's just like ping pong to them. Is like, they see me, they're like, hey, weren't you born a woman? Whatever. Like that's part of the trolling point one book. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Yeah, we
now
can't have that
nobody
shit.
nobody calls Muhammad Ali Cassius Clay, right? So you have your right to
No, he
reinvent
changed his name
yourself,
because he accepted
and you are
Islam.
legally everybody as if it was your fucking business, which it's not. You are legally Andrew Paul Roach,
That's
P.
correct. And he wouldn't
So fuck
respect that.
off
He makes
everybody.
out like
And also, when somebody is born intersex, is what they like to say. I say that you know the Greek word. Maybe it's not cool, hermaphroditic.
I don't care if you
Because
say that. That doesn't offend me because most people
most
don't know what
people don't have
intersex is.
two functioning full sides anyway. Like that doesn't happen. So it's basically pseudo hermaphroditic. But
Something like
you
that.
have a child born 10, 12 years, 14 years before I. And what happened back then was the doctor, whether they even asked or not, usually made the decision. We're going to make this a kind of girl. We're going to make this a kind of guy.
They made
And
me live
then
as a
how
female.
does anybody
I
have
don't think
any right?
my parents knew. And I was born with a penis and also with a vagina. And I don't know if you're born with it or if it develops later, but I have what do you call a prostate? They found it when I had some kind of other medical issue.
So that's a male trait, right? I mean, I don't know, but yeah, it's a
Women
male
don't
trait.
have a prostate,
So what
and
card are you showing
so
me right now? That's not mine because mine's
you know,
packaged, right? What you got?
yes, this is what I'm going to auction off. This is Dr. Martin Luther King with Sammy Davis Jr. when they met. I'm going to auction it off in honor of his birthday, which is on the 20th next
Is
week.
that based on an actual photo that you saw of them
Yeah,
meeting?
yeah, and if this does well, I might do some other ones, for African American Heritage Month. Malcolm
Oh hell
X,
yeah, that's February, right? That's February.
Yeah, I would love to do Malcolm X. Oh, you want to
Yeah,
hear
I'll
some
tell
other
you
good
what, guys.
news?
Hey, look, Grady George is in the house. What's going on? He's
Great.
in.
If he comes on here, I might go because I don't want to get mad. I
Oh,
found a
because
microphone. This is a cord, and there's this
Grady will deal with
microphone
that
that
then.
don't let him on. You can only have one person on at a time
Yeah, I
anyway.
know. I'll tell him,
So
but go
there's
ahead, talk about the microphone.
you didn't hear that? Okay. I thought I was in a computer store today, and I sat down because I was tired. And right in front of me was this microphone. It's a cordless microphone, and it attaches through this to a speaker it would be separate from my computer
Right.
and my JBL. What do you call that? Bluetooth speaker. So I'll be able to sing in the microphone. I won't have to scream anymore. And if this works, my problems are over. I don't have to scream anymore and be off
Oh
key.
yeah, so you're not using your prop microphone. You're going to use a real one. You'll be
Yep,
wired
that's
in.
going to
You
be a
don't have
thing of the
to.
past. The
So
Fisher Price
Grady,
microphone.
send me an email, Grady, on YouTube. If you do a join in, it's only one at a time, side by side. But Grady, please send me an email.
I'm not sure what my favorite microphone is because I haven't used as many, but I do like the traditional looking ones that have the rounded top, black ones or silver. I don't like the ones
Yeah,
with the
yeah, yeah.
weird square top or whatever.
Well,
Well, those
let's
are hard
be
to fit up my
realistic
butt.
about it. A
So
lot of times, if you want to record yourself well, right, and Grady will tell you this, You might have to have a pop filter in front. You might have
Yeah,
to have a windsock on it. You know what I mean? So they don't really look that beautiful once you get to it. The
that's
best
when you're
mic
recording an
ever
album and
was.
shit. But
You
for what I'm
remember the
doing,
Freddie Mercury mic where he had half the mic stand and then he had it gold and glitter?
oh,
That's
that's
the
fucking
best
hot.
mic that ever
Yeah,
existed.
because I know about plosives when you speak with the letter P and all. So I'm very good at.
Oh, you're
They
popping?
taught me
Yeah.
how to extinguish the plosive when I sing.
That's awesome. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's gonna cost two
That's
hundred
when you were
bucks.
taking that's when
So,
you were taking like conservatory classes?
uh-huh.
That's when you were taking musical conservatory classes?
Yeah,
What's up, Journal?
yeah.
Yo, we care about looks and everything else too. But yeah, yeah. No, I was just
Well, this
talking
this is
about
my
that. Look,
life, you know. This is my life and everything I like to do, and I don't have much life left in me.
oh
I
yes,
have
you
no
do.
idea how much long I'll live, and with also the way the world's going, and with who's going to be president, I'm
Minnie,
scared.
you need
So,
to. I'm only like 10 years younger than me. You call me. We'll both talk about it. We'll have good humor. We'll pretend like we're young, and we'll just keep pushing on.
forever young, forever young.
Nah,
You know
seriously.
what?
But Grady,
You know what
Grady,
else I'm gonna do while we're
it's
talking? I'm gonna make this.
you're gonna make some potatoes. Okay, all right,
Yeah,
canned
these
potato.
are really good. These are diced. I love potatoes.
You know what
I
I
got
love,
you.
Minnie? I love Polska deli. That's my favorite food in the world. Polska deli.
Polska, you like Polish deli? Oh, good. Okay,
Yep.
look at this. I got new pans and everything. When you have good
Right
credit,
on.
you can
Is
buy
that ceramic?
things.
Is that ceramic?
Yeah, and I got the pot with it. You know, I got this here.
Grady, Grady, I said, like, seriously, send me an email. It's in my channel description, but otherwise it's P as in Paul, JoE Joe 78 at yahoo.com.
If Grady wants to fuck my
PJOE
asshole, but I'm not
78 at
interested.
yahoo.com.
And
No, no,
also,
no.
he's
I
married.
want to talk to Grady. I want to talk to Grady.
Well, yeah, you have a right to talk to him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Especially, like I said, I don't think the only reason he's not
I'm sorry,
streaming,
but
I
I can't
still
fuck
think,
your asshole, Grady. I'm taken. Look at my
oh
little
my,
here,
yeah, 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 yeah.
Dr. King and Sammy Davis Jr.
Okay, okay. So let me see if I can pull this card out. Okay, here we go.
Faggot,
Minnie, stop it.
nigger.
No 80s words. We got past
Mhm.
this. All right, so I'm going to show this again with full
There's a
regard because
Grady took over the-
full regardedness that I am
You're
because you
very
can't show the
regarded. You're my
card.
bestest
Yeah,
buddy.
I'm completely regarded. But since you can't show the
Retarded.
card that you haven't sent me yet because it's packaged up, look at this.
You are so retarded. I love you.
Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah, I
So
drew
we got
that.
the Robert De Niro Frankenstein that Minnie did
Robert De Niro's one of
because
my very favorite
nobody.
actors.
I've been to the cons, guys. I've been to the
Yes,
conventions. Nobody does this Frankenstein. You can get
he
a
is
lot
the
of
most
Frankenstein
amazing
monsters.
actor. Okay, well, I
You like
keep this. I
Robert De
hope I don't
Niro?
have
Did
to.
you like Cape Fear?
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
What's your favorite Robert De Niro?
Oh, geez, I don't know. There's so many movies. I like the movie Casino. He's in that. I love the clothes he wears in that.
I like Goodfellas.
I love Goodfellas. That's a great movie. Uh, gosh, he's in so many good movies. He was my dad's favorite actor too, and I was like surprised because I always thought Sean Connery was. And so, yeah, that new Planet of the Apes movie today, Better Man, that's like the best one in the series.
Yeah, my dad had a real interesting take on Goodfellas. He thought that Goodfellas, as far as like a mainstream movie, was like really pornographic. But I guess he thought the same thing about Taxi Driver, right?
I just saw
He,
Taxi Driver again the other day on Tubi. It was awesome.
right, they are great. Shout out to the King of Comedy. Yeah, the King of Comedy. Fuck yeah.
Oh, I saw that movie
Grady, we will
too.
get down to business, you know?
Grady George keeps saying I screwed myself. No, I didn't. I separated myself from him. He had a drunk woman. Him and this lady were drunk and they were trashing me last night. She gets mad at me for some reason in
Don't.
her head, and I don't know why she got mad at me.
But
I'm
that's like a
offended. You
name
hurt my
calling
feelings.
judgment, saying
And if
I'm
you say
drunk
something
or
like that, if you shift the conversation and suddenly tell me that I offended you, you got to tell me what I did because I am learning challenged, whether he wants to believe it or not. I do have problems communicating with people and reading body language. When I'm talking to somebody and everything's going great, and all of a sudden they're saying, "You're hurting my feelings, you're offending me," I need to know what the fuck I'm saying. Otherwise, I can't correct my behavior. He says this bitch is rich and she was going to shower me with money. I don't care. If she can't
well, no, no, no,
respect
wait, wait, wait,
who I
wait. But
am
calling somebody
and my
drunk last
pronouns,
night or
I don't
whatever,
want her
that's like
money.
name calling. That's real like petty, you know. You don't want to do that.
The fact that she didn't respect my gender and she kept bobbing her head at the camera and wouldn't shut up, an avid witness who came on there, my friend Dylan came on there, and he can attest it. She was going on and on about the same thing and couldn't stop talking. She was fucking crazy. That's why you
Right.
shouldn't drink
Okay. Well, I
alcohol
mean,
and
like, look,
take pills and drugs at the same time.
I'm not anyone to shy away from anything, Minnie. Okay. So I think it did come up
But you
in
never done
the.
this to me.
No, no, no. I'm just saying, like, it did come up in the dungeons where Grady would say, you know, you like men, you're not gay. I think I heard that a couple times. Is that something that, you know, like, is that a contention that you have? It's like your gender identity is
It
not
bothers me
defined
when people don't
properly.
respect that I want to be addressed as a male. And for this lady to get mad at me for nothing and provoke me because I kept saying, "What did I do wrong?" She wouldn't stop talking and tell me what I did wrong. That's why I got mad.
You you look stupid for putting her in that position. I mean, I'm sure she didn't really think she was
I'll
gonna
knock
be
her
or
fucking
didn't want to be.
teeth in the next year if she ever comes
I
anywhere
don't think
near
she would
me.
want to be in that position either, Minnie.
Fuck
It's
New York
probably
and
an accident.
fuck, I don't want to go anywhere near her. I'm
It
sick of
probably
Grady
was an
promising me.
accident,
He's a
though.
fucking future faker. He promises me money all the time. He says I can go in a recording studio. You know, he's full of shit. This drunken hillbilly that on there yesterday doesn't have the power or authority. And besides, if I would have went to New York, he would have probably swatted me and had me guns and cops and guns in my faces, like what happened to that human trafficker he works for, Mr. Bass. Yeah, he would do the same thing to me that he did to Mr. Bass. So no thanks. If you can't treat me with respect and use the proper pronouns when I tell you I want, and if you can't
I
be
don't.
sober when you're talking business with me, you don't just come out of nowhere and at 3 o'clock in the fucking morning when I'm trying to relax and start putting shit on me. I kept saying, "What's your address?" She wanted some stickers. I said, "Okay, here's my cash app." She wouldn't let me talk. I wish he would have taped it so he could go back and look. Go back to the point where she said, "You're hurting my feelings. You insulted me." I can't
He might have it
recall
on tape
anything
if
I
it's, you know.
said that would have hurt this person's feelings, except for trying to push merch. My pronouns are he, him, his. Andrew Roach is a man's name. I am a man. My identification says male on it. That's what I would prefer. Whether you believe it or not or agree, I'm not pushing an agenda. I'm not pushing blue-haired liberal 500-pound left-wing politics on anyone. I'm just who I am. Everybody
Yeah,
that knows me knows I don't push that. I've actually said bad things to other transgender people because people have
yeah.
made me
You've gotten yourself
ashamed.
in trouble. Hey, Minnie, you've gotten
Mm.
yourself in trouble misgendering somebody over and over. I remember,
Yes, I
and you were
have.
nothing but apologetic. But I
Yeah,
remember.
I lost. Well, I can't say what they used to go by because, like I
Yeah,
said, I don't want to do that to that
yeah.
person. But
Even
they
though you said
transitioned
Mr. Bass,
without
and I
telling
know that
me.
Grady George did
He
not
knows the
swat Mr.
person.
Bass. He didn't have police coming after him. So don't say that. You said that.
Um,
That's not
um,
real.
what?
That he didn't have police come after Mr. Bass. Like that's not real. He was
Yeah, I did.
editing
There's a
him.
video. But anyway, now I forgot what I was saying. Oh, I
No,
misgendered
I was
somebody. He
saying
goes
that, you know, of course,
try to
like we
push
don't
into
want to misgender you.
darkness, and I
We don't want to
misgendered
misgender
her
you.
because I didn't know that she transitioned. She did it so quickly. I thought she was playing some kind of joke or wearing a costume, and I
And
wasn't
people do
respectful.
that
You
because
gotta
we're
be
older.
clear
So
with me.
people
I don't
cosplay
watch
and
the
they're
internet
also
all the time,
fluid. They're
so I had
also
no idea
fluid
what
and
she
they
was doing.
cosplay. So
Okay,
people
what
like
was
us
that?
that are older, I said nowadays people that are younger, they cosplay. They can be fluid. People that are older like us, we don't really
Yeah.
understand that as much, and we fuck up. Like we fumble on
Yeah.
gender
They
identification
could have
and
came
stuff.
to me. There's no excuse, someone said your age is no excuse. I almost got killed for that, saying I'm old, I don't know any better. You know what? They're
Yeah,
right. But
I get my
this
grandfather
person
claws,
chased
man.
me
I get my
around the
grandfather
park
claws.
and tried to
Trust me.
kill me because I misgendered them. But the
We have
thing is, some
my
people will
best
kill you if you
friend.
misgender them,
My
especially
best
like
friends
men
are
who
of
are women. They'll
every
kill you.
orientation you could figure out. My own children are of every orientation you can figure out. I got no reason. I love everybody. I have no hate. Nothing,
Of
nothing.
take.
You know, I don't even
Um,
hate racists or whatever. Whatever you want to throw on somebody, I don't hate them.
I gotta.
Get your stickers up your ass. Oh shit. Oh yeah,
It's
Grady
time to
got him.
insert the potatoes.
What do you mean pets? Oh, okay, okay, okay. I get it. You mean you're talking about feet? Yeah, we got 4 feet each. No, no, no. I mean, so you wanna? That's the one where you're like, I hate that kind of person. Well, there's things that
Kind
you
of do.
consider intolerable. Yeah, there's things that you consider intolerable. At least you weren't talking about feet or calling anybody
I
names.
have to
Jeez.
insist that people address me
Jeez.
properly because right there, that's a lack of respect. It's not like I came out and started calling her names and everything. She just came out of nowhere and said, "You're disrespecting me." So what did I do? Because I was pitching my merch and I kept bringing it up. I'm like, "What do you want to buy? Stickers, magnets?" And she's getting mad at me for pitching my merch.
Digital,
What's
I
wrong
get
with what
you.
I did?
Oh, but you were
No,
pitching a
no, no,
merch
no.
in like a just
She
like a
brought it
face
up. She
call.
says, "I'm gonna buy some stickers from you." I said, "I'm
I
a
get
sticker
you,
pack.
digital.
I can charge you $20. I'll throw in a magnet." And then all of a sudden she says, "You're hurting my feelings. You're disrespecting me." I can't remember the actual word she used to indicate.
Performance enhancing drugs are ruining the game.
I don't like drugs, and I don't like when people are drunk because my mom and dad
No,
were
Minnie doesn't
alcoholics,
do any drugs.
and my
But I'm gonna
mom
tell
and
you
dad
this.
traumatized me with the alcoholism, and that's why I
I
cannot
know, I
communicate when
know.
other
Your
people are having a
parents were
good
not
time.
cool. Even you love your mom, and your mom wasn't cool either. But I know that. Here,
My
check
mom
this
was
out.
cool. Actually, I did love
Jose
my mom, and
Canseco
she was very
says,
cool. And I love my
"I
dad
know, but
too, but
she had
he pissed
addictions,
me
and
off
she
a little
couldn't
bit.
she couldn't attend to you enough. You told me, you know."
My mom was old fashioned like my dad, World War II generation. The woman shuts her mouth, does what she's told,
Right.
no question.
Yeah. My
Mm,
mom and
mm.
I mean my
Charlie
excuse
horse,
me.
Charlie horse. Ooh.
My father, right, with his background, that's why I
Charlie
love Postal
horse.
Deli too. Oh, you okay? Rub it, rub
Yeah,
it.
Charlie horse. Oh.
Charlie
I
horse.
get those.
Oh,
Yeah, I get those in the back of my legs, so I stretch my legs a lot.
it's funny because you were just drinking water, and that's basically dehydration, right?
Yeah,
So you know what I think? I think a lot of us probably need like home IV bags so that we can get saline at home.
yeah,
Because I know a lot of people they drink water like me, and when I drink it immediately, it starts coming out of my forehead and my back. You know what I mean? So we don't absorb it right. So we probably need IV bags at home. Like that would be really
it
good.
comes up my asshole, and I'm soaking.
I know, I know, I know. Everybody says shove everything up your ass, Minnie. No, don't do it.
I know I was picking something up.
Oh, good, good, good. Not with the squat.
No, it was a piece of one of the potatoes got loose, and well, goodbye to you, nigger.
But here you go, Doctor Space Monkey. Here you go. Like Jose Canseco, he'll say performance
Cool.
enhancing drugs. He said, they're worried about a race of supermen. He cannot lie. That guy cannot lie. So there you go.
I hate pets too.
You hate pets. They're not as cool as
Oh,
people.
Bill
That's why I
Greater
have
George wants
kids.
me to put stickers in my butt. How much will you guys pay me to do that?
Oh my gosh. Oh my
I'll
gosh.
do it for
Grady,
20
Grady,
bucks. I'll put a
Grady,
sticker up my asshole.
Grady, please check. We can't do that on my channel. We'll do that on his OF. We'll do it on
He
that.
doesn't have a
OF.
channel.
I don't have a channel.
Notice how Grady got mad at me when the woman said I was disrespectful, and I went behind, in DM. I said, "What is she mad about?" Then he started attacking me, saying, "You're being disrespectful." Neither one of them told me what I did wrong. I'm still confused. If me pitching my merch is what made her mad, then fuck the both of them. I'm a business person. That's
The
what I
chef is
do.
back in the house. I forgot your name or initial, chef.
I'm
What's
going
up?
to Las Vegas in 2 weeks. I'm trying to make money so that I can enjoy my trip to Las Vegas. I
Right
paid for
on.
this over a year ago. I
Right
paid
on.
for the
Right on.
plane ticket over a year ago.
I know, I know.
All
And
I
then
have to
when you
do is
went
go
to
to
New
a
York, you got a
timeshare
big
thing,
debt too.
and
You know.
for I have to go to a timeshare meeting for 2 hours, and I've been to those before, and I know how to handle shit like that.
Right
I
on,
hope
right
they
on.
enjoy all the stickers I'm going to
Don't
be
they say?
passing
Don't
out.
they say? Hey, let me talk to your husband now, or your wife, or whatever. Don't they say that?
Something like that, and I'll just say they're dead, and I'll make them feel like shit. I know how to
You know how to do
gaslight
it,
these kind of
yeah. All right.
salespeople because I used to be a salesperson.
He needs subs. He's almost up to 200. What's up, bruh? I
After
mean,
pitching many and many do what they did. Yeah, what did I do, Grady? That was so wrong.
it's just yesterday. I think you
He,
guys are
he
both
stopped
sore
being
on
my
it.
friend because I pitched merch to this woman. I got mad at her for a reason.
No, I asked you that. Okay, back up. Wait a minute. You didn't answer me. I said, were you just pitching merch on a Zoom call?
No, I was pitching it
I mean, did it was it like, and when people are like,
StreamYard.
"Hey, and also I got
StreamYard.
my Avon," you know what I mean? Like, nice to see you. Now buy my shit.
StreamYard. It was StreamYard.
StreamYard. Okay, okay. So
He
that's
just
probably
wanted,
why.
he just
You
wanted to
guys
piss
are
me
like
off.
still raw and
He wanted to
sore.
piss me off to get some action on his show, and I told him I'm not interested in that. He's never been a close friend of mine who could just talk to me. He talks about being just depressed and lonely. He lied to me and told me his electric and water got cut off, which is illegal, by the way. You can't live in your house without that. It's
Wait,
illegal.
wait, wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. Excuse me. The owner cannot rent it to you if you don't have water. That doesn't mean that you can't
It's
live in a house
illegal.
with no
If it's
water.
there, it's illegal.
No,
If
wait a
my
minute. That if
it's
you own it, you're still fucked. The owner
illegal
cannot
either
rent
way.
it to you with no water. That's the only thing that Mr.
So
God cares
he
about.
lied
He
to me and
doesn't care
told
about
me
anything else.
He told me that all his shit was turned up. He was sitting there alone. He said his wife left him. I don't like being lied to. How can he
I
plug his
don't.
computer in? If he doesn't have electricity, how's he plugging his fucking computer and shit in? How's he charging his phone at the fucking mission?
I think he had something where he was cursed by 12 Santa Muerte priestesses,
Yeah,
and
and
a
he deserves
tree
it. He
hit his
treats people like
house.
shit. Nobody likes him. The fact that any woman would say he's sweet and kind, right there, I put two and two together and knew that was his wife. He's a Satanist. He's a Satanist. I don't know what religion he practices, but he told me it was a sin for me to take my medicine 6 months ago. He says, you shouldn't be doing that. He said, if I had my way, you wouldn't be taking your medicine. Fine. You want me to not take my own insulin and fucking die then? Nice job. I
It
called her
might
the
have
C
been.
word
It might have been you.
after, stop, please. After I
Yeah, okay.
called her names after she said that I was offending her. And I got impatient and started calling her names because she kept bobbing her head like this and wouldn't stop talking. And she set off my PTSD. That's why I started calling her names. I wouldn't have done that if she would have just said why I was hurting her feelings. Just come right out and say, this is why you hurt my feelings.
But maybe she was just trying to drink and have a good time and
I
got
tried to
loose. You know
porn
what I
bomb
mean?
you in a private call. You're a retard. I'm retarded. That's true. I'm
Okay.
retarded.
Everybody,
You should
everybody.
spell it retard instead of retard. You could get in trouble for that.
We'll make it clear. We'll make it
You
clear.
know what? Retarded. Spell it right next time, nigger.
Hey, hey, hey! Watch that. Come on now, Minnie. Come on now, Minnie. Shit. The only reason I can say anything is because I'm not embarrassed to be such a thing. Be
I
careful.
wouldn't say that to a black person because black people say I love and I love the blacks. See, they understand.
I know that
And
you
I'm from
love black people. I
Chicago.
know that, Minnie. I totally get that. I know
White
that how
people
you
are
survive.
gonna get it though.
I know
Crackers.
how you survive. When I grew up with everybody, an N word is an inclusive word. So that's why I encourage people
Look
to
at
use a
look.
word like my people, my loc,
You gotta look at the
because the thing is,
actions, not the words,
the
because
the
the actions,
word
what
the
somebody
word
does, is
has
what
never
says
done
everything.
anybody any good in any form. So
Damn, this is gonna be
just
good.
drop
Look
it.
what I put on here. I put this shit on my potatoes.
What happened? Okay, man, what's going on?
I put
It's the
oregano
Trump
and garlic,
years.
and now I'm gonna put salt. This is a cooking stream. This is one of Mini Max's favorite meals.
That's all I can do. That's all I can do right there. I can own it this much, Grady.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have sold merch and I should have just let that lady talk. I didn't realize she'd get so mad over that. So I didn't know I did something wrong. I didn't realize Grady would quit being my friend over that. He's known me 4 years and he quit being my friend.
This is an
Trumpy's a
open
piece of
wound.
shit.
This is a new wound. You know what I'm saying? Like you guys are like kind of heard about whatever happened yesterday. You know, you got to take your time.
Donald
You
Trump
going to
doesn't
peace
care
out
about
and have a
you.
good night. Have a good
Do you
night,
honestly
Digital
think Donald
Journal.
Trump cares about America? You think he cares about you and me? Donald Trump is a wealthy kid.
A
He
lot of
grew up
people
in
believe.
wealth.
Hey, a lot of people believe it. He talks a lot of shit. They believe it. I
And
don't
you
know.
idiots believe that. You think Kamala cares about you? None of these people care about you. Left, right, up, down, east, west. They don't care. You should
We've all
listen to
seen.
Rebel
Yeah,
Call
absolutely.
when
I've seen
nations
Brazil.
conspire, a call for an uprising. You
Many,
know, that's what it used to
many.
be.
You've
That
seen
guy knows
Brazil,
his
right?
shit. What was
You've
that?
seen Brazil, right? Brazil, the movie.
I might have. Is that a Nazi movie when they were hiding out?
No, it's not Berlin. It's Brazil. It
Yeah,
was in the
wasn't
80s.
it about Dr. Mengele and they were hiding out in Brazil or something? That movie?
The Terry Gilliam movie that he's talking about. Okay,
Oh,
Grady.
the movie I'm thinking of, My Brazil or something. I think that's what it was. But yeah,
Grady,
I
I,
eat
I
the
have
show.
this on my channel or whatever, but please send me an email and then, you can come up and talk, of course. But this is, YouTube is one at a time, side by side. So, but
Grady wants to make out with me.
Manny,
I'm not interested though. Honestly, I'm not. You're too tall, Jones, and you are an angry person, and we have too much animosity between
plus
us.
2 grand. They worried.
And the way you talk to me, I'm not gonna ever forgive that.
We already know this. We already know, and many you've talked about this. If people are
Yeah.
reticent, if they're reticent to work with you because they think you're unpredictable, they can't follow through.
No, that he doesn't want to work with me because I'm a tranny.
That's not what it says, though. That's not what he said.
Oh, so you're taking his side? Maybe I shouldn't talk to you either then.
No, many, 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 many. You were saying that you and I was encouraging Grady. You guys should make cassettes. You should make
I'm
singles.
not doing shit like that. I don't want him having control over it. He offered that to me a few years ago, and
It
I
ain't
didn't want him to
nothing.
have the
It's not him
masters.
controlling. I was a record company. It's not him controlling. It's him fucking footing the bill. It's a good thing for the
No,
artist
it's him
to
footing the
have
bill
somebody
and
pay
taking
the
the
fucking
masters that
material
I have
cost.
to buy from him. I know how that
Who cares
works.
about the masters? They're not
I
going to
got
be
people in
worth
Chicago
millions,
who will do
dude.
that for me for
Somebody has to
pennies.
print. Somebody has to pay for printing.
I'm gonna hire somebody local. I'm not gonna hire someone out of state, especially some fuck from Texas. Fuck Texas.
I'm just telling you that the record label and what they do for you,
He's
you
mad because
can't
he can't live
do
in
as an artist.
Chicago.
You can't
Okay,
do
what
that
was
as an artist.
I can sell my own stuff,
I understand, but the
and I'm
material
not gonna give
cost
up what
is
I do,
part
no
of what
matter
they
what anyone
do.
says.
And you
There's
know
so
what?
many
The worst
people.
part is the worst part is the recording studio. But a
Yeah,
lot of times these days, people record shit on their laptops. So if you can get the rights to it, then you can make a good record. I'm gonna
I
make
have the
records,
rights to my
Minnie.
music. I copyright my music through a lawyer. I'm a lawyer and everything.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But that's like it doesn't mean they're gonna get printed. Like I say, okay, there's my
It
email
doesn't
address.
mean shit. It just means it's copyrighted, and I could sue someone for damages and compensation if they shall use my work without my
IRS
permission.
admits that
And
they
it
owe me
also
this
gives me
much
a
money.
bargaining leverage tool where if someone wants to use it, it gives me more power to make more money. I may never fucking sell a song. I'm
Well,
probably, I don't
but
know.
look, you're talking
I'm
about
not giving
physical
up.
copies.
I
You're
don't
talking
care how
about
many
print
people
shop.
tell me to give up. I'm not doing it. I
No,
don't
no,
care how
no.
many
But
people say I'm
physical
too old to
copies.
be
Think of
famous.
physical copies as print shop, okay? As in books and whatever else. Like these days, he said you could buy the masters back at cost, whatever. But these
No,
days, if I record label you and I say, hey, I'll pay you after I recoup, I'm never going to recoup anyway. So I
that's
will
true. You'll
never
never
owe
make
you
that money
anything. But
back.
at least you
I
will
would do
have
it
a
for
physical
fun. I'm doing
product.
this because I like doing it. I'm not doing it for profit alone. If it was
It's
for
not about
profit,
profit. It's about
I would
having a good
cease to do
product.
it. If I stop enjoying being an entertainer, I'd stop doing it. But I love what I do.
Yeah, and it's not about profit at all. It's about having a
It's
good product
fun
at
when I
the end
make
of the
money.
day.
That's gravy to me. If I
But
make
that's why
money,
you
then
got to
it's
be open
good.
to work with people. You got to be open to work with people and not be combative, because at the end
Um,
of the day, you want the best product in front of you,
I
because you're
can't
never
work
going
with
to make
someone
any
that
money
doesn't
on it.
respect me. Do you understand? I can't work with someone who doesn't respect me. Do you
But it isn't
understand that?
even like disrespect. It's you guys like literally fighting over what just happened. So it's bickering,
He
and it's
does this to me every
bickering. Your
6 months.
brothers,
He set me up
maybe,
on purpose. He wanted
maybe
me
your
to fail
brother,
with this lady. That's why he waited till she was high and on drugs to introduce. I told him I was traumatized by that kind of behavior.
Coen Brothers,
Alcoholism.
Barton
People aren't
Fink. Yeah.
normal when they drink. It's not having a good time and oh, I'm relaxed. No, that's unprofessional. You don't talk to me and
Well,
introduce someone to me who's
you
drunk.
two are going to
That
be
brought back all
interpreted
the
as
times my mom
unprofessional.
was drunk. My mom was drunk, and I'd come home from school and she'd beat our heads in, start hitting us with a spatula and everything else she could find.
So tonight
I think
I'm celebrating my
kill
first
yourself.
1,000 subscribers, and I'll tell you what, since I don't have to be commercial or
KILLING.
viable,
Look what my
you
Marines
know,
were done to me.
you guys like we don't have to protect any sponsorships. So yeah, you're both being respectful, or all parties
Oh
are.
shit, my tea got cold. I'll sue.
You'll sue. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. I'm just saying, like you guys,
Granted,
you
George,
can be
you know me
disrespectful.
4 years and you never tried to bring me up or give me money. It's all talk. I don't want to hear it.
It's
KYS.
future money, like you said, but future money again. Remember, you're never gonna recoup. I'll talk to you normal because nobody's sponsoring me. Like you'll never make the expense back anyway. Hell yeah, 1K. Thank you, Space Monkey. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. But I bring that up because if I made this some sort of partnership or commercial bullshit, then I'd have to answer to something or the other, and we're not gonna do that. We're just talking true. That's it. That's it.
Keep calling me a retard. I like
Who?
when you do that.
I
Not
never
you,
call you a retard.
Grady.
I just said,
No, Grady.
you're in grand regard.
I'm gonna do very good because I'm gonna have the right people to work with.
Yeah, but don't
I
think your
already have a
masters
band,
will work.
and
Your
they're
masters aren't Led
understanding,
Zeppelin masters,
and they know
like
about my
there's never gonna be
disabilities.
an
And
issue.
that band I work with, they know about my learning disabilities and shit. And the guitarist, like, he'd stand behind me, he would point on the thing when it was time for me to sing again when I forgot. When
Prompting
I
you in.
explained
Yeah.
my situation, they were more than nice to me.
I
And
love that. I'm all about like totally
I
independent
didn't
music
think they would do
because
that. That was very helpful.
I'm all about independent music and people working together and supporting each other to the end. If I can help you, if I can teach you a little better, keep your ego down, keep my ego down. But when you're on
Well, my
stage,
ego's up.
envelop. No, when you're on stage, envelop the entire ego because you have to do
Mhm.
the show, Minnie.
Yeah.
So you're good, you got it. But again, you have to work with people and not like make them think, oh, I'm going to lose my studio money. You have to be careful.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah.
Studio time is valuable and precious and special. You don't waste time in a studio. You don't show up drunk. You show up on time, and hopefully nobody calls the
Grady.
cops on you when you're in
There's
there.
no like what the fuck, it's not real success
Yeah,
for
I
a
like what I
band
do, Grady.
nowadays.
Who cares? Are you doing it,
Grady, they'd
Grady?
have to be a fake. They'd have to be like, we're the Rio Boys #2 or whatever,
And the
and like
videos that I
that's
put
what
up that I make there
they
go to
started
what,
they started cramming
300
up all the
people.
theaters around here with fucking tribute bands. Like, so whether they have 15 people or whatever, like at
I
least
want to
they're
go
working on the
places with
ground
Grady.
level with him. You know what I mean? Because they could have like 20,000 people that think, hey, it's really great how you play a Journey song, but the band's not Journey anyway. So these guys, yeah, Jesus, they're not going to be
You
celebrated
should be
anyway.
careful, Grady. Maybe you should make your what's it called, peace with God, and get your
So we're
affairs in
just eating
order.
we're just eating canned potatoes. Did you put anything in them? What's up?
Yes,
What's up,
I
Mr.
showed you.
Chef?
I showed you what I put in there, but I'll show you again. Garlic powder,
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
oregano. My shit's Italian, yo. And then I put salt in there. This Himalayan pink salt.
Right on, right on.
I like that it's pink and so like like my shirt. You know you want it. And those 15 people plus my camera filming it and 300 people seeing it beyond that. I love how Grady
Well, hey,
tears
look,
people up when he gets mad. How professional is that? You can't disagree with me on something, and you have to be cut me out of your life and be unprofessional. Oops, sorry about that.
Yeah, I don't know. I
Um,
mean, I definitely look
Basic foods,
from what I
yes.
understand. I don't. I look. I can't know the intricacies of them canceling a trip, canceling money that they had for you.
That's
I
not.
really
He
do
wasn't
hope
gonna do
Grady. I
that.
really do. I hope you hit me up so we can talk. But
You know what? He wasn't gonna do that. He's never mentioned that to me, and he never does shitty promises. So I don't want to hear that. There's no such thing as a trip to New York, $2,000. Who the fuck would do that for somebody? He's been promising to put me in the studio for 4 years. He had his chance, and he blew it.
what about tracks that you got? What about
He
tracks that you
back
already have?
promised. It's like a
What about
future fake
tracks
or
that
a
you
back
already have
promise.
going?
That's like people when they get mad at you. I had a gift for you. I was going to give you a present. Bullshit. Why didn't you give me the present before when I was feeling down? I'm tired of being tested by this loser. 50-year-old loser got fired from NBC Studios for calling a woman a cunt. They basically ran on out of Chicago on a rail. Don't come back to my town, buddy. I love living in Chicago. He got to live in Texas. And the next tree that falls in his house will hit the mark. Remember that trees are my
Jeez,
friends.
don't say that. Don't be like cursing people and stuff.
I do. I don't
That's
even
not
have to do
good, man.
spells.
It's not
I
good.
don't do spells or nothing like that. I don't wear robes and pretend, look at how gloomy I can be.
Yeah, I get it. I get
When
what you're
people,
saying, but at the
when
same time,
people
don't
mean
throw curses on people.
anybody who means true harm to me will be sidelined. They might not get killed, but they will be sidelined by something that will keep their attention off me. So unless you want to have to be bailing water out of your goddamn house tonight, stop it, Grady.
I wanna hook arms with and walk straight into hell with all of my worst enemies.
You don't want to
All
go to
of us
hell.
together.
You don't want to go
I
to
have
HE
nobody
double
believes in
hockey
me.
stick. The Catholics hate the word hell. I said that when I was in college once when I was getting tutoring, and the guy's
Yeah,
like, "Don't say hell." I'm like,
yeah.
"Hell, hell, hell," and he got up and he left. Catholics are awesome to me, though. Catholic.
Yo, what's up, Sean? Sean, you gonna crack into that box and start posting them things, man? Because I'm looking at the next box. I'm about to get 3 boxes. I don't know what you're gonna do.
I
Do what
have
you will, man.
Parkinson's patient filming. That doesn't make sense. What is
He's saying
Parkinson
he.
patient
I mean,
filming?
that sounds like that. That sounds like
Is
your
that a
cameraman
typo?
sucks.
It's
Your
possible I
cameraman
might have
sucks.
Parkinson's, but I'm gonna still sing. I don't care if I'm in the hospital bed.
I think he was saying your cameraman sucks, right?
A film by Michael J. Fox, Mino with the bar band. Okay, I don't know what Mino means.
It's he's saying Mini with the band that you're playing with. I
Oh,
think it's
Mini
good
with the
that they're
bar
working with
band.
you. I think it's good that they're working
And I
with you.
like what I do. It's better than what I was doing 2 months ago.
I'm sure those guys like to play rather than just being sitting at home.
A common theme I see in every movie about entertainers who start out is that if their parents aren't berating them and putting them down, somebody else isn't telling them they're worthless and they're creating bipolar and PTSD in that individual. And by saying no to that person, they're saying, I will do it. You go say no and I'll prove you wrong. That's me.
So that's the motivation you have.
Well, of course, I'm very motivated. I spent 20 years hiding away from people after I got away from my family for the last time. And I wouldn't listen to music. I wouldn't talk to anybody. I was even homeless and I didn't want to listen to music. I just wanted to read books and sit in the sun and look at the stars at night. And luckily for 8 of those years, I had a cat to share that with, my cat Ripley. Um,
Yeah,
and all that's gone now.
yeah.
But it took 20, almost 20, it took 17 years for me to be able to listen to music again and to learn how to play a guitar. And I can't believe I have a guitar in there and I love seeing it. It used to be where I'd see a guitar, it would make me sick to my stomach till I learned how to play it. And it wasn't my enemy anymore. Now the guitar is my friend.
Yeah.
My Idaho. My nephew lives in Idaho. He was in the Air Force. the chair
Oh, you're
force.
in Idaho instead of Utah? Wow. Okay. I just sent you a card. You don't have it because you're in Idaho? Oh, boy. Oh, well.
If I had Parkinson's, I'd be like this and shit.
He wasn't
God
saying that. He
forbid.
was saying, like,
I know. God
he was
forbid,
saying
though.
cameraman for whoever recorded you at the bar with the band, right? So
Oh, the
right
person
now,
filming. Oh, now I get it. You have
yeah, the
Parkinson's and
person filming was
filming.
shaky.
You could be right about that. He was acting like he kept looking back and he's holding the camera and talking to some guy. What I'm like, can you pay attention to this? And I had to redo Hotel California because he just turns the camera around.
Right now, three of my guitars have mini
And the guy's
stickers
a
on them.
paraplegic in a wheelchair, so you don't want to say anything else about him. So he's a
Right now, three of my
paraplegic.
guitars have mini stickers on
Fuck
them.
that. You see that shit? My fans love me.
Oh, let's
Grady,
see,
you could
Ted.
have
He
talked
wasn't
to me.
offering
Okay,
you
I'm
shit.
looking
The
at
lady
Grady's
works for
comments. You could
someone.
have talked to me in private and
She
say,
was
hey,
authorized to do the deal if she could confirm. Oh yeah, it's really hard. It's really hard to get that because nobody
yeah,
knows
I can't get
who
anyone
you
else to
are.
film it too. But why would Grady want to help me, first of all? And why would she talk to me while she's drunk at 3 o'clock in the morning? I don't care
Wait,
who
wait,
this
wait.
lady is. She's not professional. I can't work with somebody that's like that. Because imagine if I signed a deal with this person. What if she got me in a car somewhere? I'd be fucking dead. Now, trust has to be earned.
She thought you were hyping her up about selling your merch when you were supposed to be like
He didn't
chill.
tell
You
me
know
that.
what I mean?
Grady just said this is
Grady,
a
you
fan of
guys will
mine.
be
He
friends
wanted
because I
this
remember,
lady to
like I
meet
said,
me.
it was public when you denounced Minnie before. I'm done with Minnie. I'm done with Minnie.
Yep, and
It's
that's
not
why I
about
also
this. It's
have
not about this.
I have animosity towards Grady because of that and because of other videos he's made publicly that are
It
still up on
doesn't
his
hurt you in
channel
the end, Minnie. It doesn't
saying
hurt
really
you. It
bad
gets
things
more
about my
attention.
health and my gender and all that.
Yeah, but it
Grady
doesn't hurt
doesn't know how
you
to
anything
talk
that
to
he said
people.
publicly.
Grady doesn't know how to talk to me. He doesn't know how to get me to chill. He just attacked me in the DM.
He's probably
If
seen a
that lady
lot.
was working for someone, you should have contacted me and said, "This lady wants to talk business." You shouldn't have pretended and hid and said, "Oh, she's a fan of mine," and played games with me. You don't test me. You know what? I have enough problems.
Minnie and Grady. I still have StreamYard hours. If I come up, will you guys talk to each other up here?
We're not friends.
You don't have to be. Would you talk to each other up here?
Nope,
Okay.
absolutely not.
Okay. Because we come right back up.
Because he got mad at me because I couldn't understand why that lady got offended. Once somebody gets offended, they throw you away. Do you understand it? Once someone says, "You hurt my feelings, you offended me," in their mind, they have already thrown you in the trash can. That lady threw me in the trash can even before I called her all those names. But she's so drunk, she's not going to be able to backpedal and realize when I started calling her names because she wouldn't fucking answer me when I said, "How did I offend you? How did I offend you?" And she wouldn't answer me.
Don't
I
you
kept
ask
asking her for
me? Don't
10
you
minutes.
ask me again and again if I understand your humor or if you're stepping over? I
And if
mean,
that woman's watching right now, set foot in my business and see what happens to you. Because I ain't gonna fucking let you talk shit to me. I'm 55 years old and I'm diabetic and I like what I do. And if you can't use the proper gender, if Grady misled you and said I was a female, that's on both of you, not me. It's not my duty to inform you what my gender is. You see that
Dr.
my name's
Space
Andrew
Monkey,
Roach. That should
Repo
tell you
Man is one
something.
of
It's
my
not
favorite movies
Andrea.
ever.
I don't want that
When
ugly bitch to watch me. She's a cunt. I say it right to her face again. Fuck you, Grady. You have no power. You have no connection. So fuck off.
name
You're just
calling
like
people
fucking
is
Elisa Jordana.
never
Elisa
good. Yeah,
Jordana's like,
Harry Dean Stanton is the
I'm gonna
absolute shit.
introduce you to
A
the
real
president
Buddhist.
of Capitol Records. It turns out to be some fat guy that Capitol Records signed who got to go on a TV show that got canceled after he appeared on it. That'll teach that
And
guy for not
maybe
letting
he
me
has a
on.
sub label. Maybe he has a sub label.
Take that and that.
But yeah, Space Monkey. That is my. It's one of my favorite movies, and Harry Dean Stanton. Absolutely, man. I
Grady
love
likes to
those kind of actors. I love those real
gaslight. He likes to
Buddhists.
gaslight people.
Who? Who?
Grady, he likes to gaslight people. That woman is a nobody.
I don't know
And I
her. I
don't
don't
want
know
people
her.
coming through Grady to watch me. Let the bitch fucking come to me like a professional. She's unprofessional. You know, there's a lot of trolls on the internet who do the fake record deal and all that, like Plot Awful and Music Bismarcky. And I've been run through the mill by these horrible trolls who call me a
We've heard
pedo and
about it.
everything
Yeah.
else. I'm really supposed to trust some drunk bitch at 3 in the morning while I'm trying to relax.
And it's like it's known that you've been targeted for that. Cyrex has been targeted
And
for
that's
that.
why I don't trust anybody. And when someone comes in there, oh, you're my favorite. I love you. I'm just so infatuated with you. I want to slap them in the face. I don't want to hear that shit. Just say you're my fucking fan and say, hey, I think you have talent. I want to work with you. Don't say, oh, I want to buy your merch. She sounded like a fucking nobody, which she is. She's not a professional person. So shut your pie hole, Grady.
Don't you see how much Grady actually cares and actually values what you do?
They
Can't you
don't
read
want me
that?
good. If you didn't
But
want me,
can't you
then
read
no,
that
nothing
he's
Grady says is going
valuing
to
what
make
you
this
do?
lady want
He's the
me.
one who
I don't want
recommended you.
I don't want somebody that doesn't want me. It's somebody else as a recommend. Oh, please, please take Minnie in and please pity, pity. I want someone who wants me because they want me, not because they know someone else. Because that's you're making money.
Well, then you're
Don't
gonna
believe
have a
in
hard
me. If
time.
Grady
The
tells somebody to
recommendation
hire
part.
me and they don't,
Look,
the person doesn't believe in me, they're not going to make money. They're going to be mad at Grady for suggesting somebody if
they
something
can
goes
be mad
wrong.
at Grady because Grady put himself out. But I'm saying this, okay. So like we see things different ways. I see value in what you do. I think that what you
So do
do
I.
is of value. Everything all the way around, right?
And
So that's my
what's
point of
meant to
view.
be is
Now
meant to
Grady
be,
sees
and I'll
value in
do a
what you
lot
do.
better than some
Maybe
fucking old
Grady doesn't
lady in New
understand
York.
that anybody would spend $15 for a sticker, right? Maybe that's Grady's mentality
I
because
don't charge
Grady's
that
seen a few
much.
things, right?
It's five
I'm
dollars a
just saying,
sticker.
like, put it in
It's five
perspective.
dollars.
Maybe he see who cares? I mean, it could be 15, and if you sign it,
You
it
should
could
have
be
told me it was
35.
a social biz. You should have told me it
I'm
was a
just
social
saying, like,
biz meeting. He said it was social. He said, let's just talk, no filming. He should have told me that it was an important meeting. It's on you because
well,
you weren't clear.
weren't
You're
you
not
the
good at
one who went
communicating,
pseudo
Grady. You
professional
can't even
though by
set up a
starting the
business
pitch?
meeting.
But didn't aren't you the one who went pseudo professional by just having a social, but then starting to sell stickers?
I'm very
Like, think about
professional,
that.
okay? I used to be a secretary and everything. You know, I've worked for a lot of people.
I
I know
believe
how
it.
an office works. Grady has never done any of this shit. He's an unemployed,
I'm not going to talk to what he's
bipolar.
done. He's got a background. I don't know.
Every
He's made
6
it this
months he
far.
gets, oh, let's be friends again. Then like a month later, he gets mad at me every time. I can do
Yeah,
biz, but that lady wasn't professional. I don't do
but
business at 3 o'clock in the morning. What you do is you set up an appointment with me and you say, hey, I want to talk business with you. Be there at this time.
but you're the one who went pseudo business and started pitching stickers when it was supposed to be a social call.
Because, no, she asked for stickers. She says, I
You're
want to buy
telling
some
me. I only heard
stickers.
your point of view. I
She
only
said
heard
she
yours.
wanted, would you shut up? She said
Sure.
she wanted to buy stickers. She brought it up. I didn't. I wish she wouldn't have brought that up. She says, I want to buy some stickers from you.
Okay. Okay. I'm only getting it from your side, and I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying.
You can't
Take
do
me
business with
home
somebody who's
tonight.
drunk.
I don't want to let you go till I see the light
I'm
shone.
glad I
Take
pissed her
me
off.
home tonight.
Because that lady has a lot of enemies. And the fact that she thinks that Grady's a nice person, that proves there's something wrong with her. Because there's not a person alive who thinks Grady's a nice person.
Grady's
I think it's a piece
definitely
of shit and a
not
faggot
a
and a
bad
loser.
person. Grady is still working here, right here, to build a bridge with you.
You didn't say this was business. I'm looking at the DM. You just said, let's hang out. I want you to meet a friend of mine. She's a fan of yours. That's not business.
Well, did you know there was a background deal to pull you out, put studio time, do all that? You know what I mean?
No, never. You think I would have talked to somebody like that if I would have known that?
Well, I hope you talk to somebody who's offering you that shit. That's what I would do.
No, do you think I would talk shit and call people names if I knew that was a business deal? Hell no. Grady's a big lying piece of shit.
Oh
And you know
boy.
what? Kill yourself, Grady, please.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
You're a fucking
Gonna watch
pedophile. Kill
Bullworth with
yourself.
Warren. Yeah, I saw that one. Yep. Yep. Yep, you're gonna see how beautiful what's her name is Holly Berry is. You're gonna see how beautiful Holly Berry is in
That's
that
not my
goddamn
channel that's
movie.
gonna get struck for saying those things.
Jesus Christ, Doctor Space Monkey. She
The
looking
channel
good.
is laughing and reports it.
I know, Grady. That's exactly kind of where I was getting at. Is like he's calling you a liar, you're calling him a liar, and that's where we are right now.
But because
But
Grady had the penis, you're gonna believe him, correct?
me,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll figure it out tomorrow, and I'll see whether I have a penis or not. I got
So
enough to get in my way.
are you telling me that you might not be my friend tomorrow because you might believe
Fuck
him as a
no, Minnie. Minnie, I'm gonna
oh,
be your friend, Minnie. God
okay,
damn.
I didn't know if you were using some kind of slang
No,
or
no,
like
no. I'm just trying to slang my thing.
okay.
I'm just trying to advertise to everybody that I got plenty of dough.
Yeah, that's oh join my fan club then. You get a pin. You get a faggot pin.
I love you, Minnie. You're crazy.
I
Stop
love you
using
too. I
those
love
words,
Danny.
man. You're trying to fuck up my channel, man.
I do that to Dylan too. Dylan's awesome. Dylan came under porn bombing him and he thought it was a tape show because Grady tapes everything.
Grady, that's hilarious. He's trustworthy, man. He's all the way around. He's rimmed up.
People that have dicks often don't think with their brain. You didn't tell me liar. Prove me to DM. Show it to me. Show me that you said this was a business meeting, and I'll apologize to you.
Oh, so what are you saying? I'm dirty now, Dr. Space Monkey, because Halle Berry was the most beautiful thing in the world in
Let's
Bullworth.
party
I'm
is what
dirty
they're
now because she
doing.
was 19. Get the fuck out of here, man. What was I, 22? No big
Yeah,
deal.
I'm not in the show every day, so you guys
What's up,
can party
Sean?
later. Oh my gosh, there's so much salami.
Let's party. You want to join me? You can't.
Mm,
You can't
I'm
more than
gonna get
two
even. I'm
allowed.
gonna get an even bigger deal. If I would have signed with this lady, been like
I know.
unable to do
Space
this
Monkey.
other
It's okay.
deal, and I
Space
never talk
Monkey.
about.
Do yourself a goddamn favor. You want to watch all these VHS movies? Go watch Fear of a Black Hat.
You know what I
Don't
learned?
worry about the
Not to
director.
accept the first deal I put on the table. I once let me tell you something. There was this apartment, and I was desperate to get this just to get out where I was at. And time was ticking. I was gonna not have rent for the next month. And I went to this meeting with other people to look at these tiny little apartments that were the size of a slice of pizza. It was actually shaped like that. And if I would have accepted that, as desperate as I was, I said, no, I can't. Something kept nagging my brain. Don't accept it. And because of that, I was free to get this voucher. I would not have got my voucher had I have accepted that pizza place apartment. Instead of living in a tiny fucking SRO where people come in your apartment every day and inspect it and you have no rights,
Yeah,
and people
I got it.
slap
Yeah.
mops up and down the hallway screaming like mental patients. I get to live here. I brought some big fat guy in there with let us deform penis. That was Dylan. You know Dylan. It was embarrassing. You liked it.
Yeah, I want to know. I want to know what he was saying. I
I'm a
didn't even read
badass
that out
rock
loud
star.
because that's obviously.
I'm provocative and controversial. That lady, you know what? People want to watch me, even if I'm doing fucked up shit. The truth is, I'm very charismatic, and if that lady can't see that, well, fuck her. She works with people in the industry, and she's used to hearing the c word. And God knows what else. She's probably used to seeing drugs and alcohol. At least she knows I'd show up for work and I wouldn't be drunk. People, they don't like me because I'm sober. They figure I can't get down and party, that I might be a narc or something. I'm not a narc. I don't snitch. If you want to use drugs, I'm not going to snitch. Just don't hurt me with the drugs. Don't do nothing that will harm me. Don't compromise my
Hey,
safety.
Jessica.
I don't care what
I,
you do. I'm not a snitch. Use all the drugs and shit you want. Do what you want. All the other shit that people do behind the scenes in Hollywood. Do what you want. If I just say I'm
we
not
love the
comfortable and I don't,
holographic
if I
shirt.
say I'm not comfortable, no thanks. I don't want any drugs. Just say okay. And the problem, it goes away. It's not like I'm judging you and saying you're a piece of shit because you use drugs. It's just like Gene Simmons says, I don't care what my fans do. It's just something I don't prefer to do. Like he doesn't drink, he doesn't use drugs. I seen my that all around me. My sister's dead because of that shit. My brother got hooked on it. My mom and dad were alcoholics. All of them gone now.
Yeah, Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, I get that. I get that.
My back hurts. Hold on. Ooh.
What'd you do? Beat up a dog?
You tried so hard to get someone to consider me. Well, you know what? They should have wanted me in the beginning. You shouldn't have tried so hard. And unless Grady can prove to me that he said it was a business thing, then I'm not going to apologize.
Damn. Who did the porn bomb shit? Oh,
But
I get that. I get
I
it. I
just
get
had
it.
Dylan come in there to porn bomb this lady. I knew it wasn't live or anything. I just wanted her to see the backside of somebody else's butt. She didn't
Right.
deserve to see my naked body. I wasn't trying to get you banned. I was trying to show this lady, your wife, and I know that's your wife. So suck it, loser. What just happened? Oh, cool. I'm gonna get naked now. I'm kidding. I won't do that to you. You just disappeared.
Yeah, I know. I know. Jessica
Ooh,
asked for a joining link. I
parted.
sent. Oh, he
Man,
wants the link. Sean wants the link to the porn bomb. I guess.
there's no link. There's no porn bomb.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
was I was talking private with somebody. My friend Dylan came in the stream yard just to show this lady and to shut her up. So I got a witness to this lady who wouldn't shut up. You could talk to Dylan if you want. This lady's crazy. I can't talk to somebody who just never stops talking. I wanted to slap her, and Dylan wanted to bitch slap her across the room. Yes,
Well,
Minnie
Mini
Manson is
Manson.
here.
The
Your
link to Mini
favorite
Manson is
controversial rock star.
YouTube.com slash at Mini Manson Star.
I'll
That's the
work with
YouTube
someone who's
link.
professional. You know I will. I have a
But yeah,
fucking college
yeah,
degree and
Chef.
everything. I went to school for that business. Studied a lot of entertainment law and business. And
Yeah, Chef. We got to get together as soon as we can.
oh, Kale. Oh, I'm gonna
Hey,
get my
Minnie, can I let
iron.
Jessica up? She's got a link. Is that okay? I'll talk to you soon or no?
Now I want to talk to you tonight.
You want to?
They,
Okay.
they
So
can
you're
talk to you
saying no.
anytime. I don't come up every night. I'm a very busy person, so you got many time tonight.
Uh
You
oh.
get to
There
see
we
me
go.
setting my. You get to see me setting my stage and shit up. You know. Oh, here, let me
Yeah. Okay. All right.
bring
Well,
this shit around.
I
When I
did. I
first
sent
started
you a
doing
link,
this, the first.
Jessica, but it's only one at a time. Minnie was like, no. He was like, no. So
I'm
you know what I mean?
sorry. The first 3 years I had nothing on there, and I thought I was
No,
doing
Minnie's
good.
in Chicago. Minnie's got this whole stage set up right here.
I got some
That's
new
the
shit
way
there.
that
You
you
see it in
fill
the
out.
lower right there, the music
I
note
see
thing,
that
and
pitchfork in the lower right down there.
yeah,
Hail Satin.
satin, hail satin. I don't live in
Yeah, like
Florida.
your
Fuck
pillow, your
Florida.
evil pillow. Hail Satin.
And except for Key West, I like Key West, Florida. I'm gonna let you watch me iron my motherfucking rug.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, then I'm gonna have to go ahead and if we're gonna watch you iron your rug, I think I'm gonna send Jessica the link and kick you down.
You're gonna kick me?
I don't know. I've never done it yet, Minnie. I don't know. Can
Don't
we do it?
don't kick me. Are you banning me?
Never. Never. You're still a mod.
Oh, okay.
Even if I kick you off, you're still a mod.
Yeah, I didn't kick anyone either. You made everyone a mod, so we can't. Mods cannot kick other mods. You know, just you know.
That's why I do it. Because when people are like, hey, so and so is bothering me, I'm like, they're an adult. They can do whatever the fuck they want. I don't want to hear what you say. You know what I'm saying?
That's pretty smart that you modded everyone so they can't kick each other.
I get really pissed off. Nobody's a managing mod. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Nobody's
yeah,
like that
don't
because
ever do
I get
that.
really pissed off when somebody says, I don't like what so and so is doing. And I'm like, you don't like what so and so is doing? Are you their fucking mom? You know, stick your finger up your ass, fall over. Fuck you, you know what I mean?
If it's
I
burning
hate
on
that
there,
shit.
does that mean it's too hot? If it burns
Yo,
on there when I put
what's
it
up,
on there,
fishing? All right. Yeah, you're right.
does it mean it's if it burns
You're
on
making
there when
that
I put it
steam
on there, is
stuff,
it
right?
melting?
You got a steamer?
Yeah, is it melting though? So I'm not good at ironing. Is it too hot or too cold if it melts on there?
Ugh. I think the only thing you have to watch is the red color, right? You have to make sure that red color
No, the
doesn't
black.
like get
The black
sticky.
is the one that I'm worried about.
Is it getting tacky? Feel it. Like
Yeah,
go ahead and
it's
rub over it for a
it's
decent
getting
amount.
tacky on there as I'm doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good if it's getting tacky, I don't think. I think you might have to Scotch guard that. I
I
don't
don't
think
know what
it's
that
good if it's
means.
getting tacky. I
Like
really
put
don't.
something. I could put something over it and iron it. That's right. That's a great idea. Like
Oh, like put a like white, blanket over it and do it. Yeah, something like that. Because if it's getting tacky, I don't think that's good.
I'll take the phone with me so it won't be like empty.
Hey, bro, have a good night, brother. You don't want to be an issue. There's no issue, man. There's no issue. Take
Let me
care.
get a motherfucking pillowcase.
Take
This
care,
isn't
man.
gonna take forever to do. It's only gonna take 5 minutes. So let me get the pillowcase. Okay.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Sean.
Uh-huh.
Shit, Sean. I sent you a card in the mail. You're not even in your home state. I don't know what's gonna happen, brother.
So now I've blocked Grady, so I don't have to see his comments anymore. So whatever he says from this point forward, I'm not going to see.
Well, I don't think he was shutting down with you, man. It sounded like he had a lot of opens. He's just trying to get some certain projects done, and
Well, he did this for himself. He didn't do it for me. He doesn't give a shit about me.
yeah.
You know how many years he's been promising? He says, I'm going to send you this light switch I got from Anton LaVey. I'm like, I was excited for a few months, and then finally I realized he's just a future faking liar who
Oh,
doesn't
he
keep
got
his
the light switch
promises.
from the guy. Yeah, I know the guy
Yeah,
who
he would
got the
never
light
send
switch.
it to me, so I gave up. I said, you know what? I don't want it anymore. And if the Santa Maria people put a curse on him, it's well
Is that why you
deserved.
got mad about the Anton LaVey shit that I got from Stanton? That's why you got mad, is because he didn't give you that light switch or something? Because that has nothing to do with me.
No, I don't remember getting mad at you for that. Maybe I was just in a bad
You
mood
said
that
you didn't
day.
want to see that shit anymore. You didn't want to see that shit
I think it's
anymore.
because I was in a bad mood probably.
Yeah,
I love
it's
Anton
okay. I
LaVey.
forgive
I
you.
do
I
like
don't
that
have a
shit.
problem.
I say stuff when I get upset, just like Grady. When he gets mad, he'll go for the throat, just like I do.
That's
Him
why I
and me are
think he
very like
likes you still. That's why I think he's still open, because he sounded like he was talking about progress, even though he was just upset for the moment.
he's never
But
fucking clear with me. I can't work with somebody who gets angry at me because of my retardation. He thinks I'm dumb. I can't work with him.
maybe he thinks you're unruly, not dumb.
No, he thinks I'm dumb.
You should be Mini Mayhem. That's what my wife says.
And he thinks I'm a woman. I can't work with somebody who's so like invested in me with my gender. That shouldn't matter what I believe in, my gender. I
Yeah,
can't get
but
to
in
Iron
the
Hot.
in the entertainment industry, first of all, everybody quantifies and qualifies and puts you in a type,
But
right?
I'm a fucking
Number
rock
one.
star, and
Number two, the insensitivity and the stuff that they do now
okay, this
is
is
like
bad.
they don't respect you, but at the same time, man, you don't bite the hand that feeds either, right?
Okay, if it's skissing up like that, that means it's too hot, doesn't it? I don't
I
like this
I just
pillowcase
I just
anyway,
said, like,
so
all I know is, like, you don't want the actual carpet to get sticky, so
yeah,
you want to lay like
I
a
don't care
towel
if
or
the
something,
sheet gets fucked up.
and you don't want to
Okay,
scorch anything. That's what you
I
really
give
don't
up
want.
on this. This fucker isn't meant to be ironed. I wish there was a
You
way
know
I
what
could
you can
steam it
do?
flat. What?
You can go in the bathroom and turn on like the super heat in the shower and just let it steam that thing.
I could do that
And
here. I could put water in that and I could steam it. That'll work.
maybe,
I doubt
yeah,
it.
because
I'm not gonna
steaming
mess.
it, I don't
I'm
know.
not
It's a
gonna
waste.
mess with it.
It's a
I don't want
waste
to
of
ruin it.
energy. But
See, I
hey,
already did that right there and fucked it up. And now there's like a shiny thing there.
shut up. The men are speaking. Oh, that's
It's
why.
not
Okay, so
expensive.
you
I
were
got it at
flexing like that.
Temu, so
I get it. So you were flexing that hard. Shut up. The men are speaking, which was really combative. And then she said you were a woman because you guys were in the heat.
that's true. That is what happened.
Okay, well, I don't know that, dude. Grady said. I said I only
That
have
is
your
true. I
side,
agree
right?
with Grady. That is true.
Yeah. So I mean, of
I don't
course,
see
in
his
the heat,
comments, but it's like
because
I didn't
if
know he
I
was
say
even here
"shut up," the
still.
men are speaking, or if I say women, yeah, they're kind of like us. I'm being like purposefully lug headed. You know what I mean? Like, for sure. So maybe you insulted and you picked at that because you said the men are speaking, and you prompted that
But the
response.
independent business is a man's world, so get used to it.
Well, yeah, I know that, but what did I say to you? It's also a the entertainment business is also a quantifying, qualifying. I need
Did
a,
I hurt her little feelings?
sort
Is
of,
she a little
I
fucking
need a like
millennial?
long-haired
How old is this
fairy
lady?
boy
Is she a little
type.
snowflake?
They'll say, I need a long-haired fairy boy type. I need a dark-skinned thuggish type,
Is
so
she
you got
a
to get all over all
snowflake? Her
that
little
too.
feelings got hurt by a fucking rock star? She can't do what I do.
No, I'm saying the creative
Oh,
has
fuck
to
yeah, this
not
is
get hurt
fucking
now.
awesome. You're
Everybody
about to
has
see
to beg the
magic.
printing company now.
You're about to
There's
see
real men
magic
at work here.
happen.
There's real men at work here.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah,
I
see,
said
it's
that because she
difficult.
made me mad. Next time somebody asks you, how did I offend you? You answer right away. Do not leave me hanging because I want to
But
correct my behavior. If I
you're
say
being
something
so,
wrong, I want to correct my behavior. I don't want to be left hanging like she did to me. So
but
look
you're
at this
also
cool
you're
shit.
being self-righteous that she should have been happy to listen. You see that? You see the satin in your
No,
pillow?
no,
Hail
no, that's not
satin.
what I said.
Hail satin.
That's not what I said. I said if I offend somebody, I expect them right away to answer me when I say, how did I offend you? That way I can correct my behavior. I cannot correct my behavior if I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And I left the stream because I figured if she's offended, there's nothing I can do to fix it.
At least it
I
wasn't
love you
public.
too, Sean.
At least it wasn't public.
If they can't work with somebody who has learning challenges like I do and PTSD, I can't work with them anyway. And I
Man,
have diabetes too. If they can't work with somebody like that,
it's hard working with so-called creatives anyway. It's
that's
hard
right.
working with so-called creatives.
That's
They
right.
sleep at
Can't.
the
It's
wrong
very
time.
hard.
You
And
call them at the wrong time, and blah blah blah
she's
blah
in the
blah.
business. She should already know how I am. And usually when I meet somebody and when I start out bad, I usually make a bad first impression. It's always those people who come back to me. But the people that I meet and have a good, like say it's good the first time I meet them, it always goes bad after that.
That's called a
I've met,
honeymoon. That's called a
I've
honeymoon
met
period. You
people
have
and
a honeymoon period, yeah.
I've had worse interactions with people and they're like my best friends now. Like Dylan. Dylan actually tried to destroy my life. He used to be at Music Biz Marty, and Marty would have this kid calling. He's not a kid; he's like 30 now, but he was like 27, and he'd have this guy calling me, and he'd be like talking. And this is when I wasn't used to the trolls and the internet. This guy terrorized me. Now we're best friends. I mean, I was
Yeah.
to the point where I wanted to hire a detective to find out where this fucker was. And he ended up
That's
doxing himself
interesting that
that
he went
night.
that
I would have
far.
had to pay
Yeah.
$3,000 to find out where this guy was. And that very night before I paid the detective, this guy's like, "This is where I live." And I'm like, "You idiots."
Right, right.
This
Well, you
kiss
never know.
frog is going on a porch. So I want to show you this here.
Sure.
See
Yeah,
that?
a lot of people. Wow, I love the sigil of Lucifer. I love the sigil of Lucifer. It's
So now
beautiful.
when you see me make videos, you're going to see this. Let me see. I don't have all my lights on, but I have most of them. Hey, let me turn on my other lights. I have my
Have to
blanket there
stay
because I'm gonna lay
positive.
on it
Thank you,
again.
Sam.
Let me plug this in.
And
I'm
Grady,
really
yes.
happy. I'm happy with my lighting. I'm happy with the microphone I'm gonna be getting.
Well, there you go.
And Grady's a liar. That lady never intended to do shit for me.
He calls you a liar too. That's all I want to
Yeah.
say.
We're both liars then. But he had
Yeah,
no
hi
intention of helping
liars.
me. Why
Nice
would
to see
Grady
you.
want me to do well, knowing how I am and how Grady thinks that I'm a diva and how we didn't get
I
along
bet
for
you.
years? Why would
I
he
bet
want to
you.
help someone like me? Grady hates me because
I
I
bet.
take
I bet Grady
medication.
spent a lot of time backstage with you and tried to sculpt what you guys were doing. And so he probably feels like, hey, half the time that we spent backstage, half the time we spent online because I was, giving. So he probably feels like he owes something or you
I
owe,
don't owe him nothing. I don't owe him anything.
Okay.
He,
I'm just
he's the
telling
one
you
that wanted to.
realistically what's
He was the one that
probably,
wanted to make videos and do the dungeons and shit. It was his idea. I didn't ask him.
but you want to be seen, right? So you want to be on videos anyway, right?
I want to be seen by the right people. So I'm not that desperate either. There's a lot of
Okay.
people that would
Fair
self
enough.
harm just to be famous. Like that
Yeah.
guy, someone poured liquor in his Blade, it's something called Blade or something. Switch Me Blade or Call Me Blade. Somebody was
Only
pouring
use
like
me, Blade. You mean that guy?
that guy, and they were pouring alcohol into his open wound. Yeah, like I'm really gonna do shit like that to be famous. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Or doing
Hopefully,
those
people
crate
don't.
challenges or Tide Pod challenge. People do these challenges because, ooh, look, I want to get the attention.
I
I
don't
get the
really believe
attention I
anybody
want
ever
my
ate a
way,
Tide
and then
Pod. I
if it's
think
meant to
Tide
be, it'll
Pods are
happen. If it doesn't
huge.
happen, nothing. Hey, thank you, Sean. I'm a goddamn superstar.
There you go. There you
Minnie
go.
loves
Triple
me. You like my
six.
shirt? Yeah, I look good in these kind of metallics, don't I?
I know. Somebody called it holographic. Yeah.
It is
Mini, are you?
holographic. You know you want it.
Uh-oh, here we go. YouTube bands.
So that movie I watched tonight, the Planet of the Apes one, it's called Better Man. So at the
Right.
end, he says, "I'm an entertainer. Kill yourself." And then the screen went black.
No. That's what
Yeah, he
you
did.
say.
He did. And then the screen went black, and then they put a message on there saying, "If you're thinking of suicide or harming yourself,
Then
here's the
you better
suicide
call his
hotline
fucking
numbers and
phone
shit." I
number.
swear to
Yeah.
God,
That's like when I watch a Rusty Cage video, they
that's
always
true.
say
I did
like,
come back and ask to do the
yeah,
dungeons after 5. Okay, I agree with there. But in the beginning, it was your idea to make them, and you were like, "What should we call them?" I'm like, "Let's call it the faggot show." And then, of course, then I said, "Let's just call it the dungeons."
you guys
So
made
I'm kind of
grand
like a
art
half
together.
liar. It was his idea to make them, but then we quit doing it.
He's a half liar,
And
you're
then
a
I
full
said, "Can we
liar.
do them
Okay, I'm
again?"
catching
So
up.
he's right.
I'm catching up. He's a half liar, you're a full liar. Okay, we're getting
No,
closer.
I'm grateful for the dungeons. The dungeons are awesome.
No, no, no. Grady's being nice, Sean. Grady did
No,
all
he's
that work
not.
and all that. Yeah,
Ungrateful
fuck
bastard.
him.
I'm very grateful for the dungeons. I
You
tell
better
people to
be,
watch
yeah.
them all the time. But I won't anymore. If you don't want me to mention your channel anymore, I won't tell people. In fact, why don't you delete them all? Do it now.
Don't say that, Minnie.
Do
First
it
of
now.
all, that was a
Delete
great
them all.
project you did
Every one
together.
of them.
Number one.
There's
Number two,
53 of them. Delete them
Grady,
now.
like I said,
Do what
Grady,
I tell you.
if you can come back and start making new videos, that would be great.
That's
Like
not
at
going
the
to happen.
Tubi.
I've moved on from that. I'm not working with some unprofessional
No,
idiot
just
in the
Grady
internet.
himself. I'm just asking
I'm a
Grady
busy
himself.
person. I have other things going, and I don't tell all my business, especially to people on the internet. I have some things
Okay,
coming up, and I don't want to talk about what those things are. When they
fair
happen,
enough.
then
Fair
you'll
enough.
find out about them.
Do you want to sing a
Things,
song?
things much better than going to fucking New York for two fucking grand for some bitch who wasn't really going to pay me.
That's what you
Probably
did on your
some
own.
bitch
You
who was going to
volunteered to
strand me
do
in New
that with
York and
Alicia,
probably
right?
laugh at me while I fucking died of a fucking cardiac arrest.
You
Grady's been
you
threatening me since I've
invested
known
in
him. He
going to
says, "I'm
see
going to make you
Alicia.
go into a diabetic coma so you die." Well,
He
that's not
didn't
going to
do
happen
that.
because I've changed my diet and I'm losing a lot of weight and I'm getting healthy. My eyesight's coming back.
Cool.
Hey,
How you
Sean,
feel?
don't worry about Grady. He's just some fucking loser pedophile who got fired from
No,
his
I'm just
job
saying. No, don't
and
say
had to
that
leave
about anybody
Chicago.
because they're gonna say that about you, and don't say
They
that
do
about
say it
anybody.
about me. Everybody slings that word around like
Yeah,
macaroni.
yeah, 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 but don't,
I
because
wish I
they're
would have
gonna
never
say
even
that
met
about you.
Grady. He's
It's
a
not.
horrible person.
Who the
He
fuck
says he's
here
a
is law
fucking like
enforcement anyway?
Christian, and then he's got all this satanic shit. And this lady put a curse on him. The Santa Marias put a curse on. I know it's not called
Santa
Santa
Muerte,
Maria, Muerte,
Santa
but I
Muerte.
call them Santa Marias because it's funnier that way. So yeah, they put a curse on him because he deserved it, and he believes in curses. That's why the curses came through because you're not
The only
saved.
way a
Number
curse can
one,
hurt you
and
is if
two,
you
you
believe
believe
in it.
it. If you
This
believe
is
in it,
Santa
it
Muerte.
harms you.
He's my
This,
buddy. But the
what is
only
that?
way a curse can hurt you is if you believe it. You know,
Oh, that's cute. What is that?
that's Santa Muerte.
Fuck yeah. Look at his little thing moving around his skiz or sith
It's her teeth. Yeah,
skizzers.
her teeth. Yeah.
His little ass fucker or whatever it's called. Die. Yachizabia.
It's a Seath. Revenge of the Seath.
Revenge of my foot and ass.
I know, man. I know, man.
And I'm pretty sure I screwed up a lot of opportunities, but it wasn't meant to be. If people get that offended by me, they're not the right people to work with. If you work
It's
with Minnie
okay.
Manson, you have to be prepared for the way I am. I'm not going to
It's
pretend
okay.
to be something I'm not to please them. I'm not going back to being a female just to get $2,000 from somebody. She wanted me to be a female. She wanted me to appear as a woman.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't like wearing women's clothing or dresses. If I did, I'd be doing it.
What do you think in the end, and like at Brick Wall, What do you think about the conflict of having Manson name? Now Marilyn
I'm gonna
Manson, he
drop it
stole the name
eventually.
anyway. He
I'm gonna
stole it
drop it.
anyway.
I'm gonna drop it eventually because I don't really like Marilyn Manson. I was thinking of calling myself Big Minnie.
My wife says Mini Mayhem. I say Mini Manimal, but
It'll have the word Minnie in it.
Minnie's pretty good. Yeah, that's
Minnie
pretty good.
Mayhem.
That's
Big
what my
Minnie is
wife
cool
says.
too.
She says Mini Mayhem. Now she knows you don't like black metal. My wife loves black metal, so she loves Mayhem too. But she said, like, for
Well, I'll
you
consider it. I can
and your
roll it by some
persona
people,
and
and I'll that I
the
know,
way
and
that
I'll
you carry
consider it.
yourself, she says there's a spark of mayhem in everything you do.
There
So
is
she
a
said you
spark
should
of
be Mini
misery and
Mayhem.
curses in everything I do. I seem
And
to
it
be the
still
most
be MM,
self-sabotaging bastard on the planet.
maybe, but
But
probably not.
every
You met
movie you
Hunter S.
watch,
Thompson.
listen, every movie that you
You met
watch about
Hunter
every
S.
famous
Thompson.
person, they've done the same thing. They self-sabotage their asses, ended up in a gutter, and then rose out of the ashes like a phoenix. That's
I
me.
don't like the drugs, but the drugs like
I'd like to
me.
redo the Marilyn Manson videos, so because all the ones I did were like over a year old, 3 years old, and my stage doesn't even have lighting. It looks like shit. And if this new microphone works the way I think it will, oh man, my videos
Oh
are gonna be
shit!
so
How about
good.
Tran A
I'm actually
loser?
gonna
I
be able
think
to
you
sing
said
into a microphone and not scream. I won't have to scream across the room anymore. People think I can't sing because I scream across the room. When I have a
right.
microphone, I can actually do melodies and shit,
You can control it a little bit better.
inflections,
Yeah.
inflections in my voice and everything.
Sean, I'll tell you what, man. Mechanical Animals, I consider that the
Brandy.
best album, but I don't consider that him. I consider that Omega and the Mechanical Animals, but that's my favorite album by them.
Grady doesn't like transgender people. You know, if you went to Hollywood and talked like that, you'd be kicked out so quick.
Oh,
But
bullshit, bullshit. They're so
no, they're
racist
serious in
and
Hollywood.
homophobic
If you
and
call someone a
hating in
tranny over there,
Hollywood.
they'll
Dude,
kick
in
you out of
Hollywood, they're
places. They'll
so
ban you.
hating. They're so hating in Hollywood. They compartmentalize everybody.
They
So how
do, but
about
they
Tran A
don't like people who
loser?
badmouth the trannies because everybody's a tranny out there.
They are, but you know what? They have guilty consciences. You know what I'm
They
saying?
do.
So they do, like, they
But
compartmentalize and they try to
it's hard to be in
devalue
Hollywood.
everybody.
Yeah, you got to play a lot of games and shit.
They devalue everybody.
You know, it's hard. But if they offer me something, I'll try it. You know, if I fail, then I fail. That's just the way life is. I'm used to failing. I'm used to having nothing. You know, at least, if I'm happy, isn't that what matters?
Malibu burned down. I
I'd
believe
love to
you.
be riding around
Palisades.
in a limousine right now and have my own fucking house and shit.
You see what Sean's talking about? Malibu burned down. Probably the
I see it.
Palisades,
I
everything.
do see
Yeah.
that, Sean.
Yep. It's horrible, man. It's horrible. And also, because they are Hollywood, they're connected to, irreplaceable memorabilia, it's kind of shit that I have. But whatever,
Yeah,
man,
those
you got to
houses
move on.
burned down and all that
Possessions possess
memorabilia and
you.
all the photographs and shit. That's
Yeah.
why I back
Yeah.
up all my photos on like zip drives and I have a little box. If there was a fire in here, I'd grab that box and take it outside with me.
Just
My
remember, because
IDs and
you told
shit,
me, because I sent you the V cards, and you said you'll
I'm
send them
looking
back
at
if
them.
something happens or whatever. Just remember, like, it
That's
doesn't
true. If I
matter.
become homeless,
It
I would
doesn't
send them back
matter.
for you to protect them. You know, if
It
something like
doesn't
that
matter.
happened.
It doesn't matter. You cannot keep anything in this life. You're
That's
never gonna
true.
keep anything. You die
I
with
would want you
empty
to have
hands.
them back if something happened to me. That's what I mean. Be the final
No, I
battle.
and,
That's
and I get the
awesome.
sentiment, and it's very wonderful.
I
But
got
I
those
just want to
cards
tell
here. I was
you,
looking
like,
at
we
them.
don't really care. Like, you're
Yeah,
never gonna keep anything in this world. You're gonna leave
that's right.
with nothing.
Yeah, like that rich guy once said, Malcolm Forbes, he who has the most toys in the end wins. Well, he didn't win because he couldn't take those with him, but he got to
Right.
enjoy them while he was on the earth. So yeah, it was my
Look
V
at this. Look at
cards.
this. Oh wow, what a blast from the past. I used to own them. They're
I just took
beautiful.
these. I took these out yesterday. I was looking at them, and then I got busy, so I had to put them up. But I'm gonna look at them. I'm gonna buy new plastic things to put these in, brand new
Sure.
ones.
Sure. Sure.
Because I'm gonna. Ham Tyler is my favorite. You see that actor right there? He
Yes, I
played
do.
Ham
Yeah.
Tyler. That's the character. But that's Michael Ironside right there.
Michael Ironside is so hardcore, man.
And
So good.
that's Lane. I know
Hey,
all the
wasn't he in
actors. Lane Smith.
Wasn't he in that what Space Hunter? He was like the bad like guy that was like all wired up and shit.
I'm not sure. Dune, not Dune, but Starship Troopers. He was in one of those. Jane Badler. She's my favorite female on the show. There's Mark Singer, Faye Grant, and Jane Badler. She moved to Australia a while back, and she made music actually.
Hey
You know what
Sean,
card?
I have
You know
one
what
more
card I
full
wish I
set.
had? If you had a Stack Pierce card in here, I
Yeah,
would fucking
scanners.
lose it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Scanners, yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
If Stack Pierce is on one of these cards, I would lose it. I love Stack Pierce. He's a
I
black
still have a
actor.
whole set of those cards. I still do, but you got my original collected
You
set.
got the one with he's like a visitor, he's like the boss, like one of the supervisors. And he was like by the cruiser when Robin came by and he questioned her and said, where's the resistance headquarters? That black guy on there, and he says, I have a family of my own too. He says, I'll come at 3 o'clock. And then he lied, and they all came at noon, started shooting the place up with their squad cruisers. But yeah, I like that
Show
actor a
them the
lot.
lizard guy. Show them the lizard guy so they could see like the David Icke, like right there in the middle.
This
Yeah, because that's like the thing that David Icke is always talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like the
the
lizard
Vril,
people.
Vril, Vril,
Vril. Okay, there you go.
Vril bitch.
Yeah,
You see what we
yeah.
got here? That's the cruiser right there. You see that? That's called a cruiser. That's when Faye Grant, she stood when I was telling you about the resistance headquarters, and she stood in the middle of like the area there and just raised her gun and shot up, and she shot Diana's mask, and Diana's like, "Turn the ship around. We got to go back to base."
I
This, you
see
know who
that. I
that
see
is?
that
That's
card.
Freddy
I
Krueger right
showed that
there.
to. I showed that to him. I went to a convention and Robert England was in the
Robert
Starbucks.
England.
Yeah, so I showed him the Willie is your friend card.
Yeah, the visitors. Oh, here's another page. The visitors are your friends. Friendship is universal.
Those are the sticker parts, right? Those are the stickers.
Yeah, these are stickers. Fuck yeah.
Oh.
I
Yeah, I
like
still have a whole
when they
set.
added the
Though.
black to the uniform. I like that. That came later on. The uniforms were all like this before, just red. I wanted to
Right,
get a uniform
or
like
then
that too.
you'd be like khaki if you're like a civilian, right?
Yes,
Yeah, because
that was
those were like the
Daniel,
youth
and he
corps,
joined
like
the
they
youth.
were like
He
the
was
Nazi youth corps, basically. Like
Yeah,
they
he was
tried to
like
make it like that.
his name was Daniel, and he was in charge of like the youth corps, and of course, because he killed Ruby, the older Jewish lady, she was one of the resistance people, and he shot her because he said stop, and she wouldn't, so he shot her. And they were neighbors; they all grew up together and knew each other. And so Ham Tyler, he got so angry, him and his buddies, they set him up, and he got served on a platter because the lizards
He,
would eat people. And him being human, Daniel was human. He got served up a la carte on a platter, and the lizards ate him alive. Of course, they
he,
didn't show that; they just hinted to it. So I know the
Sean, you met
storyline.
Robert England. Did he ever
There's a
shut
milk
up?
one.
Because when I met him, he never shut up. But
You
here you
met
go.
him?
Here you go.
You met him? Fuck yeah!
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But so did Sean. Here you go, Sean. But yeah, he never shut up when I met him.
A lot of entertainers and singers, we get excited because that's when people are paying attention to us, and we love to talk.
Oh yeah, that turns you on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course.
Yes, because then we go home and we have nobody to talk to, and no one cares. So it's a very special time. The
I'm so happy to see those again. I mean, I'm so glad that you own them. You know what I
and I
mean? So
kept them. See,
I don't
yeah,
have to
I,
take care of them anymore, but you've got them. They're safe, they're loved, and it's beautiful. That's
these are
awesome.
very loved. I didn't
That's
sell them. I
awesome.
didn't throw them out. I kept them. I love that. See these eyes so blue. A lot of my stickers are going to be discontinued when I run out. I still got all my stickers.
Right?
Like it's time that Pith. I'm going to discontinue that one, and there's another one because I have this, that
Mm,
sticker because I have that drawing. It's no sense to have duplicate. But there's of course there's more at. I'm not going to make
right.
any more of those. That goes with the song. I was hoping to make a sticker for each song. I once I copyright it and release it. this one. I was not going to release this one anymore when I run out because I have that one. So
Right, right,
why I have both of them,
right.
and, and I only have like this many. You see that?
Oh yeah, that's not. That's a big, big one.
That's a big one. I only have that
I
many
do have
left, and
one of
once those
those.
are
I have
gone, they're
one of those.
gone. I'm willing to sell these for $10 a piece if anyone wants to buy one. You don't have to buy like the kit to get that.
ten
So you
bucks
don't
and
got.
shove them up your ass, Minnie.
Yeah, that's where I'm gonna put them too. And there's the pins there. No, I'm a strict business person. I expect people to talk straight. Don't like be
Have a
like they
good
are in
night,
the
son.
South and talk for an hour about how you doing? Oh, I'm fine, and to talk for an hour before you get to the point. I'm like a New Yorker. Get straight to the point. Yeah, I might get to join a free gym because of my insurance, so that's cool. And over here, I'm working on the coloring book, and I'm using the Taylor Swifter to get ideas. Like see how they did her hair and
Oh,
everything. See the details in there, and oh, cowboy boots. Those are shit
is that
kickers.
the
Like how they
coloring
did the
book?
hair. See the
Is that
hair there?
coloring book?
It's a coloring book. I'm gonna obviously give that away when I'm done with it.
Oh,
But I've already started working on it. These are the ones that I still got to draw, and well, I got to draw on those too. Like so, I think these are done already. But I'm gonna trace them. I gotta see. I'm gonna trace that. So I got this light up thing here, so I can trace them
right,
afterwards. You
right.
see that? So I got
Well,
that
damn.
at Joanne Fabric. I went there again today and got some buttons and shit. Oh, you'd like to
Now,
see
Grady George.
them.
Grady George, I'll tell you what. I know that his stickers goes down because he goes out and puts his stickers up.
The
You
stack
know what
does
I
go down.
mean?
I actually rearranged this because it was full and I moved it and I put all the different ones here. I also
Yeah.
have these. I'm saving these here for when I go to Vegas in 2 weeks. I'll go live when I'm in Vegas too. I can't tell you why I'm going there, but I am. Nothing bad, don't worry.
Yeah, right, 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 right.
Yeah, I'm going there to get corrective surgery. No, I'm kidding. Corrective what? Boom,
I don't know,
bitch.
man. You know, and
Woo!
add a dick to him.
The Grady's just criticizing, and I'm not criticizing him, and he just keeps going on and on. It bothers him that I sell merch. Would you be happy if I just didn't sell anything? This is how I make a living, Grady. Before that, I couldn't keep a job to save my life. My last job was 2004. I was a turn down attendant. Oh, I
Like I
think a
said,
person,
in his
older people,
experience, it's probably not possible to sell a sticker for $10, but it
I can
happens.
sell
You
it
know
for
what I
ten
mean? It's a different
bucks.
thing.
I'm not criticizing you now. I was, but I'll quit talking about you altogether. Would that make you feel better? Okay, let's move on. Those giant stickers, I will sell those for $10 each if you guys want to buy it. You don't have to buy the kit to get that. Because to be honest, I just want those to go. Sometimes I give them as gifts. 90% of my stickers I give away. I used to sell those for 20, but now they're 10 now. If you're in the fan
Yeah.
club, you get $10 off of that. You know, so like it's I
The
give
big
discounts. If you're
ones,
in a
the
fan
5 inch
club,
ones were limited edition. That's why they were 20. You know.
yeah, that's why. The coloring book will be $40, but if you're in a fan club, it's $30.
Mm.
I know how to do a brand. I went to school for this. I mean, I finally get to do what I went to school for. I get to draw art cards, artist trading cards. I love doing those. People hire me a lot for those, and I don't always put them up on public. Um,
You know what? I'm gonna ask
Pick
you
'em up.
something. When you did like the nativity scene, right?
And I do have a dick. Look, see?
There you go.
You don't
Oh
understand. I have
wow.
a dick again.
Damn, finally one that's smaller than mine. Anyway,
Brady would never buy anything from me. That sucks. He would never buy nothing. Yeah, you believe in me. He doesn't even believe in me. Why would I want to work with someone that doesn't believe in me? He just wants to use me for some reason. Like you're really
yeah,
gonna make money
Brady,
off of me.
yeah, like we used to, like the band that I was in '92. We did really well because we flyered the fuck out of
Brian
everything. But
Goodell.
then you're not
Kill
allowed to
yourself.
do it anymore. You know, you're not allowed to flyer shit anymore. So things happen. You know, things are different. Basically
Promotional
now,
flyers.
I'll be honest, like if somebody buys somebody's record right now, like a Taylor Swift, 3 different colors, they put it in Target and they buy it, they probably
All
never play
3 of
that
them
record.
because of the retards and they collect shit.
They don't spin the record at all. They just
I
listen to
know.
the digital files, you know what I mean?
Collecting is
So,
a disease. I try not to collect things. If I catch myself doing that, I'll get rid of the stuff.
well, shit, Grady, you shouldn't have risked your money. I mean, not to this point until you're making it back, you know? Yeah, you shouldn't have wasted your money. So I'm sorry
What
if,
money?
if
He didn't waste any money. He didn't buy nothing from me.
I don't know.
What do you mean wasted
Take
his
your
money? He didn't
time.
buy anything.
You made 1 cent and 3 subs. Yeah, yeah.
And list 3 subs, lost 3 subs. I've not made 1 cent and lost 3 subs.
No, no, no.
But
Yeah,
you
yeah.
only had
Okay, you've
5
not made one.
subs, so, I mean, you can get those
Well,
back
Grady, I mean, you know, uh, like I said, you haven't been able to stream or something, right? Or maybe YouTube's fucked
because
up
he
and
has
it's not giving you
cancer.
notifications.
Grady has cancer. He can't film videos no more. You don't know he had
Yeah.
anal cancer?
No, I didn't know that. Is that true?
I'm kidding.
That's not
Booms. I bet
fucking
Grady liked my
kidding
sense of
stuff,
humor. He doesn't
Minnie.
like my
That's
sense
not
of humor.
funny.
He criticizes my sense of humor all the time.
I know, but that's not funny. Anal cancer is not funny.
I pay you. You never paid me for my recordings. You never once paid me, Grady.
Like for
Never. You've
when you
never
guys
given me.
spend
He's
time on,
never given me a dime in his life. He's like, I pay you for recordings. No, he doesn't. What do you mean
I don't know. How
recordings?
am I gonna
He
know?
doesn't
How am
do.
I gonna know?
He doesn't record my music or anything like that. He better not
Minnie,
because I copyrighted that. I have a lawyer. You want to meet my
Minnie,
lawyer?
be careful, because you've told me like, oh, I'm not streaming unless you pay me. Maybe he did pay you and you forgot because you were in that
No.
kind of mood. You know what I mean? So
I've asked him for money. He said I should pay him. He never like paid me for a stream.
right, because he's in the production aspect and you're in the talent
Yeah,
aspect,
he's
and
not a
he thinks
creative
you
person.
should pay
He's a
him.
producer. That's right. He's not a creative person. He doesn't know how to
Well,
deal
I'm
with
sure he's
creative
a creative
people.
person. I'm sure he's a
Um,
creative person, but
why?
in
No, he's
that
not.
in
Why
that
would he even
actual
go into that
situation.
business? Why would he even go into that business? Is what I'm trying to figure out because he's not suited for it.
Oh, no, no, no. I'm not saying he's not a creative person. I said in that, exchange
I'm
that you
saying
guys
that.
had, he's a production manager. He's a
You
production
never
manager.
paid me for the dungeons. You said I didn't want me to pay. After the tree fell on his house, I told him he didn't have to pay anymore. But he never paid me to
So he
do
paid you before
dungeons.
that. You see, you're talking
No,
about that. He paid you for your time.
no, he didn't. Joe, I'm telling you the truth. He never paid me.
Mm.
I think when I first met him, he paid me for 2 interviews, but that's it. After that, he said he couldn't afford it no more because his house got wiped out by a tree. And I said, you don't have to
I
pay no more because we're
And he did
friends.
have
You
that
don't do
issue, but
business with
but but
friends. Fuck that shit. You pay me from now on.
why would he make that up and say yes, he
Because
did
he's a
pay
liar.
you?
People lie. Joe, people lie. Why would he
Oh yeah,
make that
I
up?
never
People
heard
make
of that
shit
one.
up. He's the
No,
kind of
I
person.
get
If
you,
he
man.
called
I
me,
get you.
if Grady called me a pedo, you'd believe him over me because you think he's telling the truth and I'm not.
The
Why
only
would I
story I've
lie?
ever heard, Minnie, the only story I've ever heard has nothing to do with you being a pedo.
That lying piece of shit has never paid me. 2 videos, and that was before we even did the dungeons. It had nothing to do with the dungeons. It was for 2 long interviews. He gave me $20 for one, $20 for another. I can prove it. I have all the
Well,
receipts
that's
from
paying.
everyone
That's
whoever
paying.
sent
I
me
used to
money.
fuck that. I mean, I used to pay Jimmy with
You're a
like
cheapskate.
$15 or a cheeseburger.
He's a
But he got
cheapskate. He
paid.
wouldn't even fucking pay me for my time, and he said he was doing me a favor. I said, "Don't do me any favors." You never
So
paid
he
me for
paid
the
you 20
dungeons. You
bucks
paid me
a
for
couple
2
times.
interviews. We did 2 interviews. Remember when I was super sick in one of them?
I remember your hand was wrapped up in one of them, your right hand.
Well, we did these interviews like 3 years ago. He never gave me
What happened
anything
to
for
your
the
right hand?
dungeons. This one?
Remember when your hand was wrapped up? Yeah. You punched
Because I broke
the
I broke it punching something because of some fucking troll.
you punched the bus stop.
It was a the plexiglass, and yeah,
Yeah, in the shelter, like the things
and I
they put
shattered
the
my
places down.
hand, and they couldn't do nothing for it. But luckily, I can still do this, and this too. I can do this.
Gotta have one of those. Gotta have one of those on you.
Grady doesn't have to work with me anymore. Don't worry, I won't bother you no more. And please stop threatening and harassing me. Not you. I'm talking about Grady.
No, I'm listening. I'm listening. But you guys are mad at each other in the first 2 days.
We've
I
always
think
been
it'll
mad.
phase.
For him to get this level of angry at me because I didn't like that lady, because I couldn't communicate with her and she wouldn't tell me why I made her mad. Grady decided to get mad at me because I couldn't communicate with her instead of trying to help us make peace. He could have talked to her and said, "What did Minnie do that made you so mad?"
Were you on
And
2 phones or 3 phones?
we were on StreamYard, and then I was texting
Yeah, but was
him.
she with him on one
But
phone
I
and
couldn't
you were
text
on
him
the other
while I was on
side?
the show. I was on my phone. I don't know what he was filming with, but I couldn't
Yeah,
look
yeah,
at
yeah.
like the DM while I was in the show. So I had to keep leaving the StreamYard so I can go communicate with him in a DM and try to fix it. And I only made it worse because I said, why is that lady mad? He just says, "You blew it. You're an idiot." He wouldn't say why I made her mad.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, you might have paid me. Okay, if you say you paid me for the first wave, you said there was 5 of them. That's possible. That's entirely possible. I know he
that's
paid
what
me
I'm
for 2
saying. That's what
he
I'm
paid
saying.
me
And he
20
did
for
not
2
make it up.
interviews.
And then you told me people just lie, and that's not fair because he didn't make that up. He's talking about something true, right?
So you believe him over me. There was a
No, I don't
miscommunication.
believe him over you. I just
'Cause he
don't
said he
believe he
paid me
would
for
say
the
that.
dungeons. He didn't say I paid you for 5 dungeons, just 53 dungeons. He didn't pay me for 53 dungeons.
Well, hey, I wouldn't either. I couldn't afford that. 53 is a lot of dungeons.
That lady works for, Mr. Bass. I wouldn't work with her. It's probably not too hard to figure out who she worked for. I don't know who the fuck she worked for. I don't know this lady from Adam.
Yeah. Well, whatever. I mean, it wasn't for you, right? So it's not a missed
No.
opportunity. It's just
It's not a missed
not a
opportunity if I
fucking.
can't communicate. If she got that mad at me over something that small, imagine what happened if I would've worked with her. It would have got much worse. She would have left me stranded or something.
It's just not a match right now. Yeah, you could have been somewhere else where you got cut off from funding and you were lost. You know what I mean?
She would have did that. She would have left me stranded. Because if I made her mad that quickly, that easily, I told her to her face, I said, "I don't like you." Maybe if she's sober and she comes back to me and apologizes, then I like her because people deserve a second chance. But after what happened, I couldn't work for her because the trust has been broken.
Well, I must respectfully say it's too late for me to continue on.
Yeah. And Grady's a liar. I don't believe anything he tells me, so fuck him.
Well, by your admission, he was half a liar, and
Yeah, he's a liar. I didn't miss that on nothing. So
nah, we'll all be
he's not
fine, man.
he's promised things before and he's just all talk. If he can't even get himself a job, that's how useless he is.
Hey, he's
He
living.
can't
He
get on
survived.
he can't get on disability because he's a man and he's too ashamed to go to Social Security office and say, "Hey, I have PTSD. I can't get along with people." He can't swallow his pride like most men can't. Like natural born men cannot go and say, "Hey, I have mental illness. I need this disability." That's why they won't give it to him. He qualifies. Now it's
Well,
a fucking paralegal. I know the terminology, the language. I could help him get on Social Security, and then he wouldn't have
yeah.
to fucking suffer anymore. And with the kind of employment he had, he'd probably get 13,000 a month for all I know.
Grady says he has a job, and I believe that too, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, he has a job working for Mr. Based, and he's a human
Don't
trafficker.
define
How long is
for
that
him.
gonna
He has a
last?
job. He has a job. Yeah.
No, he doesn't. If you and him wanna, like, gang up on me and you don't wanna talk to me
Oh,
anymore,
Minnie, that's so silly. That's not what
I
it's
can leave you
about.
both alone if you want.
So silly, Minnie. That's not what it's about.
If you don't believe me, I can just not talk to you anymore.
No, I believe you, but don't define what he does. And tell because you don't know. You're not there.
Yes, I do. Just like he says things about me, are you there? Do you see what's going on?
No, but I don't call you every day and tell you what all my jobs are and whatever.
How do you
Like
know
you don't
Grady?
either,
Who
huh?
introduced you to Grady? How do you know Grady? You've been friends for about 20 years now?
No. No.
Didn't
20
you
years,
introduce
nothing.
me? You introduced me to Grady, didn't you?
No, you came into a live stream I was on,
Yeah.
and I met you that way. I met Toxic AI right after that, and I met Grady and Mormo right after that.
So see, I was
Yeah,
right. I introduced you to Grady. That's what I
yeah,
thought.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, for sure,
You
for
you
sure.
didn't you didn't know him 20 years. You didn't introduce me to him. I
I didn't
introduced
know
him to
anybody
you.
20 years. No, no,
How
no.
long have we known each other? How long have you and me known each other? What, 2 years?
8 years. I mean 8 months. 8 months.
8 months? We haven't even known each other a year?
No,
Wow. So
no.
see?
I've
You
only
wouldn't even know
streamed,
Grady if it
a
wasn't
year
for me.
plus.
So
Whatever.
don't ever defend him over me and say he's
I'm not defending him
100%.
over you. No, but I don't think he's
Maybe we're
lying
both
though about
liars,
having
but
a
nobody,
job.
when people argue, nobody ever really tells the 100% truth. Or there might be a miscommunication that makes it look like not the truth.
Yeah,
Bad memories is the most common reason why people break up friendships.
that's not good. I just
It's
wanted to
true.
say,
I
don't
fucking hate
define for
people.
him. Don't
Grady's a
define
piece of
for him.
shit
He
who
has
should
to speak
fucking
for
kill
himself.
himself, and nobody likes him. People like me, though. A lot of people
Who
like
who
me.
who should kill himself?
Grady.
No,
He's a loser.
come
And I'm glad
on.
he doesn't live in Chicago anymore.
I
Oh, I
thought you were
hate that
saying
motherfucker.
somebody
I've
else.
always hated him. I was afraid of him. The only reason I talked to him is keep your enemies closer doctrine. I'm
Okay.
terrified because he said he was going to come to my house and kill all the kids that lived in the basement, kill me. He told me he was going to burn the building down. First of all, asshole, I live in a brick building, so good luck with that. You're going to burn my fucking building and kill a bunch of kids that live downstairs? You're a sick piece of shit. Santa muerta, motherfucker. Your life is cursed and your days are numbered, buddy. What are you going to report this video now? Good luck.
I just well, I hope that nobody burns anything down. Let's put it that
Well,
way.
he threatened to come here himself and burn it down. Said, I'm going to smash your face in. Bring it, you fucking monkey. I'd like to see you try. Because I know how to take down somebody who's tall. Just Marty made the same threats, and you know what? Fuck him too. Bring it. Because I can fall to the ground real fast and I can cut your fucking backs of your feet up so you can't fucking walk. I'll get you on the fucking ground. Stop threatening me. Because I'll fight for my life. If you scare me and you make me panic, I will have no choice but to fucking fight for my freedom and my life. And he doesn't have a job. He works for a human trafficker. Grady works for a human trafficker that provided 13-year-olds to Jeffrey Epstein. That Mr. Bates, I can't recall his name right now, but the guy that looks up to his son, that guy who was in that
Jason
studio
Isbell.
and someone
Yeah, his
someone
name's
called the
Jason
cops on him
Isbell.
and that gay guy, that little
His name's
fucking
Jason
pencil neck
Isbell.
nerd. Fuck you, Mr. Bass. Your days are numbered, you fucking human trafficker. I bet his name is on the Epstein list, the flight log.
What, with the Clintons?
Yep. I knew I was going to run afoul of the pedophile elite eventually. And Grady's part of the pedophile elite. He is. He works with them. He is with the pedophile elite. He might not be actually doing this stuff, but he's friends with these people. He's very close with them. He bragged about it for years before we got in a fight. I just want him and Marty and Jesse and all these fucking scumbags to leave me alone. All Grady is a fucking troll that gaslights people. He wants to ruin my life because he's jealous of me. He hates what my artwork. He's told me many times he hates what I do. You think you can do better than me? Prove it, you fat sack of shit. You can't do nothing, you depressed loser. Sit in your dark in your underwear, your stained, torn underwear, and eat your fucking beans out of your can, because no one will fuck you. I'm fucking hot. I'm a goddamn rock star. Look what I did after the age of 50. Most people cannot do this. I never thought so many people would hate my fucking guts to the point where they want to murder me just because I want to bring joy to the world. Just because I want to stand on the stage and sing, they're acting like I'm doing the most reprehensible thing in the world. If it bothers you, don't fucking watch. I can block you from my channel so you don't have to fucking watch me anymore.
Well, I guess they should just not look
And learn how
themselves.
to spell, you fucking prick. You never could fucking string a sentence together, Grady. Where the fuck did you go to college? Because you got no goddamn education. I've never been able to read the shit that he would send to me in private when he'd text me because he'd have so many typos in there. For
Damn,
God's sake,
man.
look at your comment before you just type it, you drunk. You're sitting there with that damn fucking bobble-headed woman, Miss Bobblehead. Hey, Miss Bobblehead. Hi, Miss Bobblehead. You want to talk a minute, Miss Bobblehead? Because I want to work with you, Miss Bobblehead. Crack your head into a mirror, you fucking whore. There'll be a nail in it when I get through at you. There's nothing worse than someone who talks to you and they're doing this. Am I right, people? Thank you. When you talk to me, you talk business like. You don't sit there gushing over me, ooh, and then tell me you're insulting me. And, oh, I want to buy some merch from you. Come out of the blue saying you want to buy merch. Don't bring it up. If you don't want me soliciting, don't bring it up. End of story. In fact, you do what I tell you. I'm the fucking star. You make no money without me. Yeah, she's going to put money out of her pocket to help me. No, people don't do nice things. People do nice things to line their own pockets.
Yeah, they must have an agenda, right? They must.
Yep, of course they do. People slit your throat for 50 cents. Are you kidding me? I'm a weirdo. I'm proud of it too. If I wasn't a weirdo, I wouldn't be so interesting. That's why Grady's spending the last 3 hours with me when he could be, I don't know, learning how to play the guitar or getting a hobby. He never once in all the years I've known him has he ever told me about anything he does in his personal life. If he has any hobbies, does he go out? Does he sit outside and look at in the peace and quiet and hear the crickets and look at the night sky? He's never
I
told
listen
me
to
if
the
he ever
birds.
done that. Does he
I
like
listen to
nature?
the
No, he
birds.
probably murders animals. He never once mentioned animals to me or that. Hey, I love animals. I love nature. I like to take walks. You live in a nice place, I'm assuming. Don't you ever take walks? You ever walk around and just listen to the birds and leave your phone at home and go out for about 3 or 4 hours? I do that.
A lot of people get defensive when you talk about animals.
That's
Grady
right.
seems like he could be like a cat guy. You like cats, or
Yeah, I'm a dime a
mm.
dozen. That's why you wanted to work with me. You just mad because I rejected you. It was nice when it lasted. It's over. You need to move on, like I have. I don't make attachments. I do not form attachments to people.
Yeah, that's hard.
You're a little different. You have a family, Joe, and there's love in your house. It's different for you, and that you're very lucky. A lot of people don't have the blessings that you do, and I'm glad you have them. It wasn't meant for me to have a family or anything like that. Nobody in my family. My sister never had a family. She got pregnant, and this guy got her on drugs. She ended up having to give the baby away or sold it. I don't know what she did. My friend Bob told me about it years ago.
Yeah, but Minnie, I got off the tour and found a family. Like I did that on purpose. Like I got off of it. I could have just been
What
an
tour? What do you
entertainer
mean? You were on
of what
tour
I was
somewhere?
doing. Yeah, we were playing all the time through the '90s or whatever, and I
Oh,
just gave
okay.
it
You were in
up
a
because I
professional
wanted a
band.
family.
Cool. I didn't know that.
I wanted a family. I gave it up.
That's great that you wanted one. I never did.
Yeah,
My
I
life,
had
I was
names
so
in mind. I
traumatized
had
growing up. I didn't
ideas.
want a
You know.
family. How sad is that when you're raised to not want a family? It's family
Yeah,
life isn't for everybody. If I had a
yeah.
family, I'd just be like everyone else, broken and in worse debt, and my husband would have left me anyway. And how would I have raised my kids? There's a 90% divorce rate. Fuck
I hear
that.
you. I hear you. Yeah, yeah.
It is.
Nah, I knew exactly what I wanted. I had their names written down. They're here. You know what I mean? Like everything just went the way I pushed it to go. You
I
know.
saw vision and I had their names written down in stone. No, I'm kidding.
Well, no, no, I wrote them down in paper, and actually, I swallowed them. It was ritualistic, but they're here. So
That's hard. And some people are just meant to be alone. But I have useful skills that wouldn't be
well, they're
known
all
unless
adults except for
I
my
live
daughter.
alone.
They're all adults.
All your kids are adults. I thought they were young.
Yeah,
What's where you
it's all
go?
over. Whoops, I clipped out. I guess.
That's okay.
I said, my kids, my wife, whatever, they're all moved on. My daughter's the only one who's not an adult, so I don't really have that anymore either. That was like
Your
It's
grandkids,
done.
though. You have grandkids. You
Not
have
yet.
family.
Not yet. We will. We will. But it's not the same level of involvement anymore.
That's
I got to do
true.
something else right now. There's like new
I
passions.
thought you had like 7 kids running around and shit, and
We have
that's
six,
why you
but
kept turning your
they're all
camera off. So
adult.
you, I
They're
didn't
all
know.
adult.
Jeez, how old are you? 43?
46. Yeah.
When you started your family when you was like 2? No, I'm kidding.
Yep. Yep. I
You were
started
like
when I was
17 or
12.
something.
When I
Well, in
was
the
12.
South, a 13-year-old starts a family,
Once
so
I
it's a
could start
Southern
getting
thing.
that, what do you call it? That motable sperm. 12 years old. Yeah, I started right then.
A lot of cultures in America, like the Southern culture, believes that you should have a family as soon as you're like of age, like 13, 14. And they start the family young. By the time they're 35, they're like great grandparents. But there's family. That's important to them because they believe in God, country, family. It's very Bible belt. It's different down there. And having
Yeah,
lived
yeah,
down
yeah.
there, I can attest that that is true.
Well, when everybody was excuse me, because I'm smoking weed. Sorry, but when everybody was farmers, you needed kids to like do work.
Slaves,
Hmm.
because they couldn't do slavery no more. So, Italian families, like in the Hispanic families, I'm like envious because they have all that love and this big families. People in the Middle East and other countries, third world countries, are poor, but they got family. That's like the most important thing.
It can be okay. Minnie, you read what Grady said.
I don't understand because he's got so many typos in there.
All Minnie had to do was display that he could be dealt with
You
in
mean you
private
mean
as
insulted? Like when I'm just talking and trying to sell merch, and a woman saying I'm insulting her by selling merch? You don't talk to me like that. He can't spell with the shit bit OU. You fucking illiterate fuck. Would you retype your sentence, retard?
don't be picking on
Yes,
that.
this is
I don't
goodbye.
even
Thank
see
you. Forget I exist, please. For the love of God, forget I exist.
it. All right. It's
Because if you become a
nearly
problem with me in my career, I will not only will I issue ceases and desists, but I'll deal with you in ways that you can't fathom, okay? I will deal with you if you get in the way of my career or ever cause me any harm, privately or publicly. You'll be dealt with. If you think that Santa Muerte shit is a curse, you'll see what a real curse is. You threaten my survival, I'll defend myself. Do you understand? Because you better understand. Maybe I can't see good, but I am looking right at you. I can't even
well.
see the screen really.
Well, it's
You
it's
do look
nearly three
stupid.
a.m. I'm
You're a
gonna have to
piece of
check
shit,
out.
Grady, and you do look stupid. This isn't the first time this has happened to him. I'll go lots of places. It's just that I'll go places where I want to go on my terms.
I gotta check out. It's almost 3 a.m. here. Really.
That's right. That's Vidania. Oh, that
Thus we
cigarette in the
done, you
green. Oh, that
motherfuckers.
looks
Look at
fucking
that
cool
old.
just now. Did you see that? It was red, your cigarette, and that was green. Oh man, that looks so cool. You should take a screenshot of that. You should go back and do that.
Yeah. Well, I don't have a fucking computer, so I guess I won't. This is just a phone. I'll
Well,
talk to you
you don't
later.
really need a
You guys,
computer
you
that
gotta,
performs that function. Just get a regular computer.
find yourselves to the middle ground. Yeah, I will. After we deal with the tax people, I will.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
more
sure I'll have to
interested in
deal with the
making some
pedo
records,
elite now that
man. But I
I
gotta have
pissed them
people I
off.
can work with, eh? That's what they all say.
Canada, eh?
All right. See you soon, Grady. Check you soon, man.
Cheers up,
Show your
Grady. Bye,
side.
Joe. I love you, Joe.
All
Do
right, I love you
svidaniya.
too.
Tavarish.
Dos videos. See y'all later.